Gramps. I found a pair of tickets to get into a really exclusive tavern. Maybe we should go check it out. That was where it began. I am Nathaniel Lodi, Kelwar, Umros, Rashik, Tamrin, Elisek, Famris, Zanyar, Orlin, Kazviz, Gadri, Panuzu, Deepback. Or at least, I was. Now, I'm not so sure. This is the story of how my grandfather, two strangers, and myself became something we never thought we would be. Or even could be. How we became more than we were. And, hopefully, how we can become ourselves once again.
Ask him to let us stay there and get ration.
Yeah, you convinced them to let you guys stay the night and to get a little bit of food from them.
Do we have the map?
We do not have that map. I set up the maps for the next place, the next two places you could have been going to.
I even just meant like the town map.
Right. Town map, right. Forgot. It should be popping up on your screen now.
I has a Dunwick.
Oh, yeah, that thing. You like make my screen really large just so I can see it.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a better way to line that map up so you guys don't see it. Don't have to do that,
It's fine.
but it's all good. You guys are in the blue, like C-shaped house.
Cool.
That is the Ford family farm. To go back to what you were told before by Mr. Ford was either you can go to the mill, which is the windmill to the north, or you could be going to the south to the greenhouse that looks like it's directly across from the blacksmith.
This is the next morning, right?
This is the next morning, correct?
That means we had a long rest.
You've had a long rest.
Awesome. So, that bag that's in my character image that is sitting on my belt that is too large to be a belt pouch but too small to be a backpack, is that a thing that actually exists?
If it's the thing that you were talking about earlier, then yes, you can make that exist.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to take the bag that's on my pouch, and as we're all sitting at breakfast or whatever, I'm going to be sitting there and like measuring it with multiple devices and like walking tools across the top of it, and take about 5 or 10 minutes just trying to figure out like the spatial physics of the bag. And then I go, and just reach in and just throw my arm all the way to the shoulder into the bag and go, okay, yeah, I think that works, and just put it back on my side.
I'd look over at Gray and be like, this little man mesmerizes me constantly.
I'm not little anymore. I'm as tall as everyone except for him.
He's definitely a different sort.
I am a type of a different sort that just made a bag of holding at breakfast.
Hold on, did you say you made a bag?
Did I stutter? I made a bag of holding. Look, it's a bag. And I just start taking things off the table and throwing them into the bag, and they're too large to fit. And I'm like, see, it holds. And then it takes things back out.
Little Ingram runs over and looks in the bag and says, wait, it holds stuff? What do you mean? Like, he starts sticking his arms in?
Yep.
And like, literally,
and
he's disappearing half into the bag, like his legs are sticking out of it.
Yeah, we do the 80s blue screen trick of I take the bag and I put it over his head and go shoo all the way to the ground and then pull it back off again, and he's still standing there.
It's weird in there and dark.
What do we see like on the Like, are we in the kitchen? Like, where are we located inside the
You
house?
are basically still in the living room, essentially. Like you're just on the other side of the door that he let you in.
Uh-huh.
Like you see like a rocking chair, a campfire, not a campfire, like a hearth there, and like maybe a couple of other chairs, if that, like a table. Like you're not really seeing anything too crazy, but you haven't been anywhere else in the house because he kind of wasn't letting you anywhere else.
Okay. In the fireplace or in the hearth, is there what looks like old burnt wood or like charred wood?
You could probably see some. You could probably see some like burnt pieces of wood, chips, stuff like that. Yeah.
I'd like to take a small piece of it just so it's almost like enough to have like a charcoal pencil or just something to write if I need to.
Okay. Yeah.
Some-
You can
something.
you can grab basically a charcoal pencil. We'll call
Okay.
it that.
Awesome.
Yeah, because in all honesty, oh no, you don't. I thought you did. Never mind. You just for some reason only have candles.
Are we looking at what I had in my bag?
Yeah, I for some reason I thought you had the inkwell, but I
do.
and a quill.
I have the ink wells, but I believe the equipment.
But it's easier just to scratch on a piece of parchment with a piece of charcoal than it is to break out an ink pot and a quill. And
Is it
Well-
fair to assume that between woodcarver's tools, tinker's tools, thieves' tools, and smith's tools, I have an edge of charcoal?
Yes, it is also.
I
fair that
hand
you
it to
have
him,
a-
and this problem is solved.
yes.
No, well, okay. I was trying to think of something like if we're out in the wild or we're somewhere that we need it. Like I have something to mark something with.
Yeah,
There you
like,
go.
I mean, you could use that to mark trees or whatever you're trying to do, or a rock or whatever. As long as it's not, the same color as a charcoal, it'll probably work.
run up to an enemy,
Or,
draw a big X on him.
Or if one of you guys has prestidigitation and you think you're going to be back this way within an hour, that also would work.
Cool.
Oh, wait, do I? I do.
Yeah, because prestidigitation allows you to
Mark
leave
an
a mark
object
on
for
an
an hour.
object for
Yep.
an hour.
Up to 1 cubic foot.
Yep. I am surprised that Nathan has not done Kilroy yet on the.
Right? But,
Yeah,
with a bigger,
oh,
goofier nose and a mustache.
Yeah, what
More,
with the
remind
mustache.
me what the father's and the son's name were.
The father's name is David. I am 90% sure of that because I have to remember. Yes, David, and the son's name was Ingram.
If none of us remember, you can make it up as you go, and it's fine.
I actually have all of the people's name that are in town that are actually somewhat important.
All right. So I am right now taking objects out of my backpack and stowing them in my bag if it weighs less.
And including the backpack that he's wearing.
I mean, we'll keep the backpack on for now so that I can stow things in it really quickly if I have to, but like I'm trying to get myself to not be 60 pounds over encumbered, even though encumbrance isn't a thing because I see the bar.
Right. And I don't know how to turn the bar off, so that's been the problem.
You need to drop some of those abacuses.
I know, right? So if any of you have anything that you want to bring with you but don't need to have ready right away, I can also put them in my bag.
I will consider that, and as soon as something pops up that is of that level of importance, I will make sure to hand it your way.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
By the way, can you trade back to him? Or no?
Let's find out.
Part of the reason why I sent you that was because if you can't send it back, I could just drag it off, but...
Nope. I get trade to Rochi and Gray.
Alright, I'll figure out some way to make this work.
I've noticed that too on mine, that the trade program only works PC to PC. It does not work PC to NPC, even if the NPC is coded as a PC. If it is not assigned to a PC, then it doesn't work.
Right.
Huh. All right then.
Okay. Well, so you guys have slept tonight. You've eaten, some basic fare from the Ford household. Basically, you got some basic, some a little bit of bread and a couple of pieces of dried meat. Nothing too crazy. Like they're really mostly it's almost like eating travel rations.
Mm-hmm.
But you have at least gotten food and had a place that was not the dirt that was outside. That was where you got to sleep. Now, reminding everybody on the conversation we had the day before, he did tell you that he could not go with you guys into the
Right.
forest. He's not.
But he
able to anymore.
suggested that we go talk to someone who is apparently a centaur dryad. Or a centaur druid.
Yeah, we said that you could speak to either Phoebe or Mills.
Mm-hmm.
And Phoebe, excuse me. Yes, you are correct. I shortened it unintentionally. And and if you speak to Phoebe, try to stay out from Underhill. Yep, that is exactly what he said.
Yep. Has anyone else noticed it's really bright here?
Really bright.
Yes.
Only in the mornings. But once I've at least had any kind of coffee, it tends to even out for me.
Yeah, for me, it didn't even out until like dusk.
Oh, golden hour! I love that time.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask David if I could fill my water skin.
There's a well outside.
Is it
When you
safe?
step, I mean, we drink it.
Okay. Well, then I'll make sure I do that when we go outside.
Yeah, when you go outside, if you're looking at the map still, it's literally outside the house in between the two farms as well, right next to the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're able to draw water from it. Simple enough. It's got the crank on it and everything, so you're not trying to brute force it. Mind you, you would have less of a problem doing that than anybody else in the party.
There's that.
Fair. How do I? So, out of game purposes, how do I pull the map back up if I closed it?
You let me know and I reshare it to you.
Oh, okay. And I think it's okay. Oh, there it is again. Cool. Oh, so the well is right out there.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I actually just made it so that everybody has permissions to look at it. So
Yay!
if you
Yeah.
go to, if you're looking at the top right hand corner, it's going to look like a little book that's
the
open.
journal.
Yep, the journal. And you'll see Dunwick on there.
Ooh, I like it. Thank you.
And now we have the map to Dunwick. Okay.
Well, so if I remember correctly, yeah, we're supposed to sort of get a. There's potential of us having to get a view into the woods, but we do need to go talk to. Well, should we talk to Phoebe or Mills? Isn't the blacksmith going to be easier to discuss things with, or no?
I mean, arguably, I want to talk to both because I think Badger and the druid could have a conversation that may be beneficial, and I think myself and the blacksmith could have a conversation that may be beneficial, and I just want to see a centaur.
Fair. I mean, I can't remember the last time that I got to see one either.
Right?
So, you know,
They're never anywhere. So, I mean, I think you got to take advantage of that opportunity when it shows up.
I mean, for that fact, I never saw myself until I looked in the mirror. So, I mean,
Also, to note for you guys, just before I forget again, inside the journal, there is a folder that says PCs and then a page in there with your name on it, just in case you ever want to write your notes down, so that you can have them someplace nice and easy.
Yeah, we should be able to create notes, but for some reason it's working in my campaign, but not Morden. So he gave us all a onesie just to start.
yeah, if you ever need more, just let me know. So you guys going to see the blacksmith? You going to see the herbalist? Or you going up to the mill? You gonna go anywhere else? You know, confuse me and walk off the map somewhere?
Well, so just to confirm, on the map you have the blue house is Phoebe's house, the blacksmith, and then the herbalist was the one that lived across the street.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
the not the bottommost house, but the second one to the bottom is a blacksmith.
The
The
question
green
marky
one-
shapey one.
Yes,
Yeah.
the question mark shaped one is the blacksmith.
Right.
Yeah.
The green one is the herbalist.
Surprise!
The-
Mm-hmm.
it's also the one closest to the trees.
Mm-hmm.
The one directly above them is a carpenter. And the one to the south of the question mark is a tanner.
Okay, so then who's the other farming family that lives here?
Have you asked anybody?
I'm asking right now.
We actually, I think, asked David at the very, very end, right before we
Did you? Okay, I forgot.
but
Right.
oh, no, hang on.
so while we're out there, I'm holding the kid by the scruff of the neck. He's like, "And who lives there?" And then who lives in that house with the red roof? And then I guess that's the grain mill up there, which means the person that lives in the red roof is probably the miller. And I may have just answered my own questions. Thanks.
Yeah, that's Mills. That's Mills' house. Can you let go of my ear, please?
Sure.
Thank
I don't.
you. Please.
Okay.
And then
I don't.
and the house across the way is the Umber house.
Umber House?
Yes, their last name is Umber, and it's a house.
Do they farm things similar to your father?
You see a big wheat field on both sides. So yes, they do both farm wheat.
Is are the Umbers in? Do they work in collaboration with your father, or are
Yes.
are they friends?
Yes, everybody in town is like collaborates and works together. I mean, they used to be a venturing group.
Really?
Yeah, they got tired of adventuring and made enough money to make the town. That's why it's here.
I mean,
So-
that makes the individual professions that are in town make a lot of sense.
Does it? I never really thought about it.
I mean, not every town has a centaur druid as their herbalist.
He gives you a questioning look. Is that what Phoebe is? I didn't know that. Phoebe?
I mean, I'm guessing. I'll find out soon.
Okay. Can you let go of me now?
Sure. I don't. All right, I do.
Nathan, be nice.
Thank you. He takes 2 or 3 steps away from you to make sure he's outside of arm's reach.
Oh. All right, so
And this
are we
is
ready
when
to
he
go?
finds out I have magic hand. No, I'm kidding.
And if you used mage hand on him, I would have been dying. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Oh no. Yeah, shall we go explore?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Let's-
Well, then how about this? Let's.
Bye, creepy people. And he runs off.
I mean, I'm down for going to see the centaur, so I think that would probably be the most interesting at the moment.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
And we're off to see the centaur. Ish.
Mhm. Centaur-ish.
You are at Phoebe's house.
So who's knocking?
Badger does because he's in the front.
So we just throw a rock at the door.
Yes.
You see the googly eyes move left and right to say, I knocked. So you knock on the door and you hear 1 minute. Come from the back, and about like 2 minutes later, he hears like shuffling around, stuff getting knocked over.
I mean, we look like a
And this person shows up.
polite group to have at the front of a at the front of a door. We've got two large, massive guys with weapons up front, and then flanked by people with crossbows. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to open their front door to us.
I mean, I will happily
Not who I was expecting.
hook my
Hey, us too.
my warhammer on the back, just sort of in reaction to her surprise. I will slowly just put the warhammer away and bring my shield down to my side.
Hi. Can I help you? And can you put those away, please? I swear I'm not going to do anything.
Us too.
Nathan?
She might be carrying the staff in the picture here, but it's not actually in her hand.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, she looks unarmed.
All right. Protecting real names, but is it just me, or did Morden make the local town healer Esri?
Hold on, I gotta move
I
my
didn't-
character sheet to see this.
I did not actually think about that.
If Esri ever grew hooves,
Right? Like that's Esri with a race change right there.
you're not wrong.
Right?
You are not wrong.
Like I said, that was not intentional.
I would not be surprised if Esri at any point in time actually came out as an NPC. like
Dear
that.
Esri, you have been NPC'd.
Yes. I knew why we're coming to Fabia's house for the life of me. I'm checking my notes and I cannot
So
Something erase.
you asked David if he could take you into the woods.
Yeah.
David adamantly said that he cannot go into the woods anymore. It is not safe for him. Well, he didn't say it exactly like that, but he was essentially implying that the woods would attack him if he went there. Because he had an incident with a tree where he struck it with an axe, and it didn't really like that very much.
Gotcha. And we're looking. I know, like I remember last time I was talking about going into that old abandoned tower potentially to get a better viewpoint to look into the forest. Remind me what's
Yay,
there
we're
at the center again.
Now, say that last bit one more time.
Remind me what we would be looking for at the center again.
You're trying to look for the grove where the
yes.
the
Because we
tree
need a
is.
seed.
Yep, you need a seed from a specific tree, and Dalton, when he sent you off in his very pushy way, said that it would be in the grove.
Yeah. No, I'm basically replacing my notes that iCloud decided not to save. So yeah.
That's part of the reason why I was giving you guys the ability to do notes on here, because it
Yeah.
gets saved onto the game. So just in case something goes wrong, it should be still on the server.
Right.
And that's just through the journal.
Yeah, in the
might
journal,
be a
you have a folder that has your name.
Well,
You should see a folder that says PCs, and then under there you should see your name.
I only have Dunwick.
Click on the folder to open it.
Oh, I forgot to give everybody permissions for the folder.
Hey, look at
Now
that.
you should see it.
I see it now.
And now you should see your name under there, correct?
Yes.
I do.
And the beautiful part is that if I screw up and forget something, I can go back and look at your notes.
I may have done that a few times.
Cool. No, I just need to dedicate a full screen just to Foundry for this right now.
Yeah, just open 2 versions of Foundry, and keep one screen having the notes up.
Oh, I can do that.
Maybe, I don't know.
So then Phoebe was just asking why, how can
How
she
can I help you? Yeah.
Well, David from Up the Road, not sure if you know him, but he had directed us your way. We heard that there's a grove nearby that has a certain seed of some kind that we need access to just for some ingredients or something. Can you help us with that at all?
You're trying to go get a seed from the tree?
Well, at least that's what David said where we could find it.
Okay. I mean, David can't
he
get
didn't wanna-
there, so I guess that makes sense. He would send someone else out there.
Well, he said that he can't go in there because he gets attacked or something.
Yeah,
He tried to chop the tree down.
yeah, that sounds about right, and then got bludgeoned over the head for it.
He said he left his axe there.
I am not surprised because I haven't been willing to try and touch it to get it back.
You've been
So-
trying to get it back?
No,
Or
I
he-
can walk into the forest with no problem. David, so far is the only one that I'm aware of that can't.
I mean, trees get upset when you hit them with axes, from what I've seen. What was it that he used to do back when you guys were an adventuring crew? I'm not even sure what word I just said. I think it was crew and troop, but I tried to say it at the same time.
Group?
I think I called them a croup.
He used to, smash things with a big hammer.
Okay, that's reasonable.
And now he swings a giant scythe with almost the same amount of precision. So I don't make him angry that often. And when I do, it's normally because I'm making birds mess with him. And he knows it's me, but he can't prove it. So it's still fun.
And he couldn't handle the trees reacting to him chopping?
I'm pretty sure that he could. I just don't think he wants to. He also doesn't really have much reason to go into the forest when everybody else can.
That's true.
Fair.
And depending on, when you went to talk to him, he might not have exactly been all that happy with you guys.
I mean, we did just save his son.
Oh, so that's where Ingram went. I wonder.
I
if
mean,
he's
maybe
gonna
it
be
wasn't his favorite son. We don't know.
Yeah, it's his only son. So
That
it's
doesn't
probably
mean
his favorite.
anything.
Fair enough.
That's true.
So basically, you guys need help going into the woods. Is that what I'm understanding?
Okay, so if I tell you what we're doing, you're not going to believe I'm telling you the truth, which is how you know I'm telling you the truth, because if I was lying, it would be more believable. But we are going into the woods, into your glade, because a multidimensional bartender that says we ran up a bar tab that none of us can remember teleported us here mostly against our will to collect a seed as the first part of paying off the bar tab.
I don't think you could have made that sound any more insane if you had tried.
And I didn't even have to try.
But
I've
oh,
heard
so
worse.
true.
So we'll go with that for now.
Right?
Hold on, you've heard worse than that?
When you've actually had, other dimensional creatures speak to you for more than 5 minutes, I've heard worse. Now, that also being said, yeah, I mean, you're a turtle. You've probably talked to Faye before, so I mean, I know I have.
Oh no, I am Faye. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Sort of.
I forgot to mention. I'm a gnome, so is he. The large turtle man is actually a fairy. And well, you didn't even really change, did you?
Apparently not.
Okay.
For now.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things stayed the same.
I mean,
Like literally when he says that you were a fairy, she
Well-
puts her hands up in front of her.
More like but still had the parts.
yeah, the growing pet. Well, I mean, I being one that is familiar with nature, you might be able to help. Where I used to have wings, I now have a growth that I can't seem to get rid of at the moment.
I don't recommend ripping that off because the last time I checked, you rip that off, you die.
Well,
Wait, what? How well is it attached? And I like start tugging on it a little bit. I mean, I'm not trying to kill you. This is just for science. I'll push it back on real quick.
I really don't recommend that. Like I said, that the shell is attached to the turtle.
It's attached.
Yes, that is in fact your back now.
I mean, I just thought that the bartender was Dalton had just had a really bad tailor. I wasn't sure, but
Have
No,
you
I think
ever
had
seen a
really
turtle?
Had a good tail.
I mean-
That is actually a good question. Have you seen a turtle, sir?
not
Mr. Turtle, have you seen him, sir?
admittedly not in many of the areas that I spent much time in. So much of this is very new to me.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Turtles don't take very kindly to you trying to remove that thing off their back. Because admittedly, I would be very upset if you were to try to take the skin off of my back.
Okay, I hold out my hand,
Yes.
and in my hand, I create a non-magical trinket that can fit in my hand and last until the end of my next turn, which is in fact a small wooden carved turtle. This is a turtle.
Okay.
See this thing
And
on the
you are
back? That's the
Well,
thing
I
on your
know-
back.
Well, if that's turtle, then why am I walking?
Okay.
No. That is a turtle.
Right.
You are a turtle.
So now I do this, and I wipe it away, and then I do
Uh-huh.
this again, and there's another figurine of a turtle, a wooden carved figurine. It is now, however, standing on its hind legs, carrying a shield and a stick, and wearing a fedora. And I go, does this look like anyone to you?
I think I saw someone like that in a mirror recently.
Yes. So, to clarify, turtle, turtle, you.
Although
Turtle, not you. Turtle,
you're
you.
wearing a hat that looks like that.
No, I'm wearing a hood
No,
and a
well,
mustache.
last
Actually, about that mustache.
We don't talk about the mustache.
But okay.
Please.
I'll
Well, maybe if anything, I think if you can help guide us to this grove that we heard of, or at least let us know how we potentially could protect ourselves from whatever these potentially angry trees, or is it just don't touch the trees and they don't bother us? Like we don't bother them, they don't bother us.
it's actually a very specific tree, to be honest.
Hold on.
There's one tree, and it's the one in the grove, like the center of the grove, that kind of does whatever it wants to do.
Does it move around?
I mean, I've seen it chase somebody once. Doesn't
It-
really like to go far.
Hold on, a
It tends to go
tree-
back.
Hold on. I'm used to like trees being, somebody's home. So a tree uprooted itself and decided to walk.
You do
Well, I just-
remember last night when we got attacked by trees, right?
We got
They were-
attacked by
I'm not
trees.
sure that I believe that
More,
those
more
were
like bushes. But
they were
Bushes are just trees that are afraid of heights. The point remains, we got attacked by them.
Well, that's new.
by flora and fauna potentially. Who knows?
I mean, there
I'm
was
not sure.
originally only the one tree that walked and moved, and
Well,
depending on who
Ingram,
you are, might have talked.
Ingram claims that they were the like plant demons, as he calls them.
Well, Ingram's a child. To him, everything's a demon that's scary and trying to eat him.
You're not wrong.
He's not wrong.
I mean, what did these things look like?
Prestidigitation. Little wood sculpture of wooden guy. What seared my.
Well,
Because I got a
I've
good look at
never-
him for
Uh,
4 seconds.
I have never seen those before.
Really? Because they were right down that way.
Did anybody grab any of the vine or stick that it was made of?
I kicked it a couple times.
I mean,
don't-
maybe still.
'Cause I'm wondering if Fibia might be like if we could obtain some of it, Fibia might be able to study it.
I think we can make that happen. I have a feeling we're not done running into them, so we'll probably be able to bring her back some from whatever we do next.
Well, what about this? I know that you haven't necessarily agreed or
Yeah, Fibia has absolutely no idea what that is.
Fibia, with
Okay.
that role, has absolutely no idea what footwear is, but it kind of racially makes sense.
yeah.
She
What I was
doesn't
gonna say
have
is,
footwear. She goes across the street to get her shoes.
Oh, ow. Morden.
What?
So would that be the equivalent of a pedicure?
Maybe. She definitely doesn't call him a blacksmith. She definitely calls him the cobbler.
mm,
All right.
well,
And
Fibia,
shoe chokes aside.
Fibia, would that be of interest to you? Potentially studying a new species of plant life?
Like that would interest me to figure out why it's attacking, or as to what you did to make it so mad. But then again, you also said that Ingram was involved, so he might have just shot it with his slingshot.
Well,
He did shot out when we found him.
can we make a deal? Are you willing to go with us in order to help us get a seed and make sure that we don't get any wrong seeds or piss anything off that we don't need to, in exchange for us bringing you some of the materia that was used to create these things so that you can study them, so that you have more information about if your little local village here is about to get run over by vicious weeds?
That sounds like a reasonable thing. I do need some time though, because I need to get a few things together before I head out into the forest.
That's understandable. How much time do you need?
I would say just give me an hour. I want to make sure that the garden in the back is fine. The garden
And
gets a
without
little uppity
asking
at
any
times.
questions about that, because I honestly don't want to know, we will meet you back here in an hour.
Okay.
Yay! I start sauntering off towards the blacksmith, not noticing if the rest of the party is coming with me or not. Boop, boop.
And you guys will see that Phoebe actually walks past you and around the house. Because she's walking to her garden.
None of us can see that because the game's paused.
Right, I forgot about the pausing button. No, that stupid space bar.
Mm-hmm. Well then, if I'll follow after Nathan.
Oh, that's always a bad idea.
Why?
I'm just going to walk over here and look around this side of the fence and then be like, yeah, I don't want to know what any of that is. And I head the other way. Bye-bye.
You go.
All right. So everybody's heading across the street,
Yep.
Yep.
which, oddly enough, I screwed up and did not make this one because I
Ha-ha.
completely forgot about it. Because, you guys got to throw fast ones at me. All right.
Up the GM, I get bonus points, known as death.
Dun, dun, dun.
So everybody's got the map again.
Yep.
So now everybody walks across the street to the big question mark.
Backwards.
Yay, stream down again.
Cool. So what do we see when we walk across the street?
Now I will drop him over here so you guys can seize him. I have his person, thankfully. You see this one. You see a gnome. More specifically, a deep gnome.
I was about to say, he's ripping off my gimmick. He's both halves of my character put together.
Yes, he is. You walk in, you hear him, smacking on the anvil. It looks like he's making some horseshoes. You may or may not know if he's making shoes for the person across the street or not. I don't know if he is. I'm not going to try and figure that out.
I sort of bounce joyfully to the pinging of the anvil, where it's like ding, 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 kind of sound.
Right, that was the thing from before I messed with him. Right, that's why this looks weird. Okay. So, the deep gnome that you see in front of you, he looks up when he feels the turtle bounce like the second time because he's trying to figure out why why the floor is moving. And he looks up at you guys and goes,
"What do you want?"
I try to talk to him in Gnomish and then realize I can't, and I get really, really frustrated.
Interesting. You should have still had Gnomish. I forgot to fix your characters.
Then I talk to him in Gnomish and say, "Hi, you're not going to believe this, but I'm a gnome, and so is the Furbolg."
You and the Furbog are a gnome.
Let's just say this is crappy human magic. I think he was human. Probably not, but we're going to go with it because that's what he looks like. And I mean, crappy human stuff.
I'll
Well,
look over to Grady and be like, "What are they saying?"
well, when a wizard decides that you want to be something new, it normally only lasts an hour, so...
Well, we've been.
About how much longer do you got?
Well, since it's been 2.5 days, I'm going to say more than that.
You may have a problem, sir. You should see a doctor.
Indeed.
I'm not sure.
So, what can I help you with? He says this last bit in common.
Oh, what? Say that again.
What can I help you guys with? Your stuff doesn't look like it's broken, so I don't need to fix it.
Well, I'm not sure if my stuff is broken, but I feel broken.
He walks around behind you, looks at your shell, taps it, and says, "The shell looks fine, so you should be good. And if you ever run into danger, just put your arms over your head and stick your head inside. You'll be fine."
What will that afford me?
Better protection? Have you seen a turtle get hit by something in the shell?
No, because he didn't know what a turtle was till we showed him. And I do the turtle trick.
And I
If
go,
you
yeah.
guys couldn't tell, I'm blinking because I'm confused, but okay. Also, like your goggles, do they work at night? Or really more specifically, do they work in the day?
I mean, they help. A little bit.
Yeah, I keep hoping to run across someone who's figured out how to fix that problem. You will have noticed that the blacksmith's house is not the brightest,
Right.
but
Mhm.
since everybody basically here has dark vision, it's not a problem.
Yeah, if I figure out a way to fix that, aside from just, putting on welding lenses, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
Because I
those
see
are
that you already
heavy.
came up with that fix all on your own.
Yeah, these lenses help a little bit.
Is it really that bright for you?
Yes.
I thought you were kidding by
Let me
saying right
Let me
here.
ask you a question there, Turtley. If I were to say,
Fully?
take a lantern and shove it in your eyeball, would you think it's bright?
I'm not sure I'd be concerned about the brightness. I'd be more concerned about the glass or flame in my eye.
Fair enough. Okay, let's try this the other way. If I were to say, snuff out all of the lights in here and have you sitting in this room, you would probably have a problem, wouldn't you? Like, not being able to see and all.
No, I've discovered
Okay,
that.
we're gonna take it this way. Yes, it's that bad.
Okay,
Wow. What are you, some kind of clerk? Clerk. I encountered a couple of those. Those people are weird. They see really dang far at night.
Thank you,
well,
Elephant.
whatever I've been turned into allows me to see really far in the dark without issue. I'm still trying to determine what voice I'm hearing in my head from time to time, but
You and me both.
could just be, who knows, an ancestor trying to talk.
Okay, yeah. I don't even know what to do with that other than say you're crazy. Okay, so
Look,
what's the band of crazies want from, Marcus?
look. Band of Crazies, what?
Want from Marcus. Marcus, what do you want from me?
Well, we originally we were going to come over and ask you if we could help you, if you could help us get something from a tree, but we already talked to a satyr that we thought was a centaur that's going to help us with that. So instead, the reason why I wanted to come over here before I even knew that you were a gnome, which is great.
There's a slight difference between those two.
The only difference between a centaur and a satyr is how many people are in the horse costume. So anyway, now that we're over here, I was wondering if you had some broken, busted tools, maybe some like gearish, clockworky kind of parts, any kind of scrap that you don't need that I could maybe grab from you.
I mean, I don't necessarily have anything that's specifically broken, but I have some worn stuff that.
Oh, that's even better because that's broken but not broke yet.
You can purchase that from me if you want. I'll give it to you for gold.
Done. And I hand him a gold.
And he hands you like a small, like toolbox of just random bits and bobs that, like nothing,
Dump it in the bag.
like little cogwheels and other things in there, but
Dump,
and also
dump.
some like screwdrivers that are bending a bit, that kind of stuff.
Oh, those are great. That'll be perfect.
And what are you going to do with those little tools? Scraps.
Given what I just saw, I'm gonna assume he's gonna make some kind of spider bot to bite me in the middle of the night. But I've dealt with artifacts before.
I am going to make annoying mechanical devices that disturb the universe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Try
if I
not
should.
to do that outside my house. There's too many things that fall apart when annoying sounds happen.
Look, as long as you still have the ability to clean up my tunic here when I get pushed down in the dirt or I get any kind of
Oh yeah,
blood or
absolutely.
then
That goes without
you
saying.
can make whatever mechanical things you need to disturb the universe. Just don't disturb this, please. Please.
You're one of them neat freaks, aren't you? You're having a hard time even looking in this room, aren't you?
Look, I'm a cloud crystal here. I you can see I do not touch any of your equipment. I do not want any of that soot on me. Just no, not gonna happen.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I wrote Marcus's here on your shell.
You did what?
Nothing at all, sir. Nothing at all.
Oh no! And you see you see Rochi basically spinning in a circle, trying to look at the back of a shell. And then I'm like, Nathan, fix it, Nathan, please fix it.
Squish. The official noise of prestidigitation.
You fixed the thing that was not actually there.
Yes.
So, was there anything else you need? I got about 4 more horseshoes to try and get done today.
No, I mean that's good enough for me.
I can show. I'll show him the warhammer that I have.
Okay.
And say this is heavy. Is there any way that you can lighten this for me? I mean, this is a lot to carry. I have the shell, the growth. Like it's a bit much right now.
I mean, sure. I could probably make you a lighter hammer if you want. It'll take a week or maybe. I might be able to do it faster, depending on how light you want it. But I'll tell you this much: any hammer I make that's lighter than that one ain't gonna do much to anything you're trying to hit it with.
I mean, I'm more concerned about my own comfort here.
I figured that much out, but I'll let you know that your comfort might be impeded slightly because of how big you are. If you don't have something to swing back with.
So you're saying that I'm better off dealing and carrying this mess right now?
I mean, you're probably better off walking around with that warhammer versus, the light hammer I could give you. Cause he
Hands you his blacksmith hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
you're gonna be carrying this, and it's not gonna be that much lighter.
Like, you feel the difference between the two. Like, the warhammer is definitely heavier,
yeah.
but like you're talking like one's like 6 pounds in your hand, the other one's like 4. So you're not seeing a huge difference. Yes, 2 pounds is kind of big, but like it's not huge when you're talking about just kind of having it on your waist.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll hold it sort of daintily between my thumb and forefinger so as not to get dirty from the mess that's on it, and slowly hand it back to him, and be like, "This is not up to my tastes. I'll stick with what I have for now, even though if I have to carry it."
He spits on his gloves, rubs his hands together, and grabs it by the handle. All right. And he goes back to smacking the horseshoe back into place, in the, horseshoe shape. A piece of metal into a horseshoe shape.
I like this guy.
All right.
How did you manage to talk Phoebe into taking you guys? Or, well, really. Yeah, she's probably taking you guys.
Oh, she said come back in an hour.
Hmm.
I mean,
Normally
well,
not that nice.
you said she's normally not that nice?
No, unless you come to her beaten up, she doesn't normally help you that much.
Well, I mean, she was interested in things we had to say, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah. And I
I mean,
figured
she wasn't going to kick you out of her house or anything like that, but she's not necessarily always going to be helpful.
well, I mean, she probably
Oddly
heard
enough,
for
Mills is the helpful one, but he's also the one you're probably going to be the most worried about in the way he helps.
well, she probably just heard what we did for David's son, or for Ingram, and figured, if we're good enough to help him, then we're probably not that bad to start off with.
So never mind. I don't want to know what Ingram did this time. That's fine. That's fine.
Something with a slingshot, it's trouble.
I mean, he's done lots of things with the slingshot. Like I said, I'm good.
Well, then you can only imagine what trouble he probably got himself into. And we stumbled upon. Cool. All right.
All right. So, I am going to get back to my horseshoes now, unless you guys need something else. If you do, let me know. I'll let you know how much it'll cost. First conversation's free.
If we need anything else, I will let you know. In the meantime, I have gadgetry to perform.
Good luck with that.
And goodbye.
Cool. Yep.
Yay!
So
now you guys have left the blacksmiths.
And I have parts.
And you have probably about 1 pound to 2 pounds worth of parts.
There is nothing more dangerous than an artificer with spare parts.
You are not wrong.
Wait.
So that conversation took probably about 20 minutes.
Yep.
So what you guys doing now?
I mean, that's a very good question. I would say that we could go and get the other parts from the plant guys that we already killed, except A, I'm sure that we're not going to need to because we're going to run into more of them, and then we can go here. Here's the thing. And B, I'm sure that it took us an hour to walk up here from where we ran into the plant things, which would mean it would be a 2-hour round trip to go get the plant parts. So that would not be a good use of 30 minutes.
You,
Sounds fair.
I'd agree with that.
Yep. You have other places in town you can hit, or you can just wait for Phoebe to come out. Well, not come out, but Phoebe say she's ready after getting done with her weird plants. Except for Rochi doesn't think the plants look weird at all. He thinks they're perfectly normal.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. You mean the ones at her house?
Yeah, the ones in her backyard. They look perfectly normal to you.
I mean, they look perfectly normal to him because he's, he is so Fey touched that he's, completely Fey. Whereas to me, that looks like weird.
Yeah.
Because the only thing normal over there are the sunflowers. And if they're the only thing normal, that means they're the least fucking normal. And I just don't know how they're not normal yet. And I don't want to, which is why I'm not going into the garden.
For
The sunflowers are abnormal just because of size. They are monstrous.
the glowing yellow tree here.
They bubble trees.
Bubble trees, yeah.
Yep.
And then those mushrooms, are those just giant mushrooms?
They are giant mushrooms that are normally used for brewing. Same thing with the orange ones, or yellow ones, depending on what color it is perceived by your monitor.
Yeah.
They are
The
both
one-
used in potions.
The one that's broken off here, I'd like to grab that.
Yeah, you can pick it up. You can touch it. She doesn't say anything because it's already broken off.
Yeah.
And you have bushes that are around it that are, violet and blue and magenta. And those are not flowering at the moment, so they just look like regular bushes. And this is what Phoebe considers a garden.
I mean, she's not wrong. It is a garden.
It's just, her Fey-touched garden of doom.
Wow.
All right.
This
Yeah.
is amazing. It's like home. I'll come over here and sit below the bubble tree.
And depending on how long you're sitting there, we'll say probably about another 10, maybe 15 minutes. You guys will see Phoebe coming around the house towards the intersection where the blacksmith and the herbalist's house meet. Coming out to look for you guys. Since she doesn't have a name, she ain't screaming. She's just looking.
She agreed to go on an adventure with people without asking their name.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
That's-
fair, you're Fey. That shouldn't be an unusual situation.
I mean,
Well, did we actually tell her that I was? Yeah, we did.
No, but you're Fey, so you should know. So for
No,
you,
no.
people doing things without asking names should not be unusual.
No, that's what I understand that. What I was saying is, if she knew, then maybe with her adventuring history, she's aware that it's usually not something to give to Faye in general.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, you were working under the assumption that Phoebe is her name, her
Mhm.
actual name, and also she knows that you're a turtle, which a turtle is a fae, not specifically an actual fae, but is a creature of fae.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, she made a note connotations to that earlier, but yes, she did not actually ask any of your names because at this point, I think she's more worried about the weird plants. Stay away from my carrots.
But they look so good.
She looks you guys over and says, "Okay, so, you guys saw these plant creatures where now?"
Well, the ones that we saw were about an hour and a half south of here. However, I am of the mind that we will probably run into more on the way to get the seed. And if we don't, I will double back with you to where they were to the south. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, just the way things usually happen, we're probably going to run into more of them before we finish doing what we wanted to do, because that's how these things tend to go.
Agreed.
I mean, that is fair.
If anybody's wondering why all of my sentences are run on it, and it's because, I'm still in gnomish form. And when you're in gnomish form, when you're in gnomish thought, things just kind of all just flow together a little bit. And that's why all of my sentences are going to be very long, as opposed to the way that I normally talk.
A great stream of consciousness.
No, right. Yeah, I forgot. You said that.
Yep.
So, what do I call you for now?
I don't know that we.
For?
I don't know that we have a collective group name yet.
We are sort of a forced group.
So it sounds like I'm just calling you Eeny, Meeny, Miny, and Mo.
Like, I have many names, and none of those are in it anywhere.
I'm sure there's a few of those letters in there.
So is your name Flapjack then?
No. My name is Nathaniel Lodi, Kelwar, Omrush, Rashik, Tamrin, Elastic, Famary, Zanyar, Orlin, Kazvi, Gadri, Panazu, Deepback.
You got
Not
them.
as
And that's
many names
Badger.
as I thought.
That's the shortened version, because people get upset when it's longer than that.
I can believe that. When Marcus told me his full name once, it was it was a nice long spiel, and then we all just collectively started calling him Marcus Tea Leaf, and he just stuck with it.
Marcus Tea Leaf. Okay.
Yeah,
You can call
his
me-
first name used to be Kelrose, and then we just kind of gave up on it.
Well,
All
you
right.
can call me Ricky of the family Cloud Crystal.
Call you what now?
Rochi of the family Cloud Crystal.
Okay, Rochi. I can call you that. That's not a problem.
Of the family Cloud Crystal.
Absolutely, Rochi. She taps you on the shoulder. So let's go. Let's start walking towards the grove and see what happens.
Like, see how annoying it is when people don't say your name right?
I'm starting to be able to empathize with you, Nathan.
Winning.
I don't know how I feel about that, empathizing with people.
Empathizing with people is nice up until it sucks.
Truer words never spoken.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys walk out of town, not to the east. Basically, you walk past your garden and stay completely off the road, and are just walking straight into the forest.
Yes. Is
Along
this
the
a
way-
spooky forest or a non-spooky forest?
It is not a spooky forest.
Oh, good.
For the most part, at least for the first, like say hour of walking around, it seems really barren, and you're not actually hearing much of anything. Not hearing a lot of like animals or anything like that, like you might assume. And the longer that kind of goes on, the more that you may or may not notice that Phoebe is getting a little confused.
Right.
By this, because even you guys would, fully expect to have at least heard something or seen something, whether it be a bird or a squirrel or anything of that nature. But you're not hearing
Squirrel.
any wildlife. Yeah, squirrel. Pet rock. But
Now, I'm not much of a outdoorsy type, but this doesn't seem natural.
No, we should have at least heard something. We've We've had this down here for probably about 7 years, 8 years now, and you normally would have started hearing creatures of all sizes by this point.
That's
That
So-
sounds ominous.
I mean, it doesn't just sound ominous; it feels ominous.
I ready my crossbow.
Yeah. I mean, all the plant life around here looks normal. You said you guys were seeing like little sticks walking around.
Well, they actually look kind of like bushes at first.
yes.
Okay. I mean, it might be like the tree, just smaller form. Not that I'm familiar with how the tree came to be where it was at. All right. Everybody give me a perception check.
Ooh, I have those.
I know what that
Da,
is.
da, 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 da.
You are not at a disadvantage at the moment because you are in far enough to where it is not extremely bright.
Yeah, suck it. 22.
I perceive something, I think.
Unnatural 20.
However,
We got an unnatural 20 and an unnatural 21, a 10
And an 11. Oh, wait. And I need to do one for... Yeah, hold on.
yeah,
I
perceive
forgot I'm
something.
double downing tonight.
Yes.
However, it's not what is about to happen.
So we have a 10, an 11, a 16, a dirty 20, and a dirtier 22.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
That was actually a 18, not a 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. And also that was my first die roll where I had a +1 on, so I technically have a 23.
Nice.
Ooh.
So everybody actually notices this because you didn't need to roll high to see this. You will notice that even everything is getting darker, and as along with the darkness, you are noticing that the plants are starting to look more and more sick.
Good news,
Like
guys.
initially-
Everything's getting darker.
Oh,
So
I mean,
you're
good for you.
noticing that the plants around you are starting to look more sickly. Some of them have actually died completely. They're starting to wither. The ground looks normal, meaning like you're not seeing dead grass. It looks like it's more specifically just the trees and the bushes are being affected at the moment. But it seems to be going from like, okay, cool, I seen one that looks like it's kind of getting affected, and then as you're going along, it's getting to become more and more. I forget if she has this. She have this. She does not.
Ooh. Okay. So while we're doing this, Badger is going to walk up to one of the afflicted plants and try to have a conversation with it regarding what's happening and why it's sick.
Badger tries to have that conversation and finds that he can't hear anything back.
Did you read the description of the spell?
Did Badger use the spell?
Well, I'm saying speech of beast and leaf.
Ooh, wait. I'm sitting here thinking of the druid thing. I completely forgot about his...
Yeah. He went all furbolgy on it.
Right, I forgot about the furboggy stuff.
Yeah. Because they can't in fact understand him in return. Like they can't speak back, but they can gesture that they understand.
All right, and say your question one more time. Just so I understand exactly what you asked.
Well, hello there, little leaf. What is this? Something new that's happening here that is making you sick?
You see the leaf specifically that he's talking to bob up and down.
Is it something that if we fix, you will become healthy again, or do you need to be removed from this area to become healthy again?
The leaf doesn't move at all.
Would you want to be removed from this area, or no?
It shakes side to side.
Do you want us to try to remove the thing that's making you sick?
It shakes up and down.
Okay. You wait here. Is it a thing that will affect, like, will this grove be able to continue if we remove the thing, or will removing the thing remove all of the magic from the grove?
The leaf doesn't move.
Can the thing safely be removed from the grove without harming the grove?
The leaf doesn't move.
Okay. Wait here. If I have any other questions, I'll be back.
It waves by.
It didn't move for anything else, but it waved by.
And Badger comes back and says, okay, so apparently whatever is causing this is new. It's tapping the natural magics that are in the grove. The things that are in the grove don't want to be removed because they feed off the magical aura of the grove itself. However, because this thing is tainting the aura, it's tainting their food source, and I would believe that is what's making them sick. And thus, if we remove the contagion, cut out the rot, as it were, then everything should be able to fall back to normal in a relative period of time. And he turns back to Phoebe and he's like, would you agree with that assessment?
That sounds like the best guess I would be able to give as well.
Okay.
We just have to figure out exactly what's causing the issue, and I don't know what that is. So,
Have you seen anything like this before?
No, I haven't
Or
seen anything like I've seen plants get sick, but not normally on this level. Every once in a while you see a tree, get a disease or get affected by some kind of infestation or something that causes it to die, but this is not natural. And also, it's getting a lot darker in here than it normally is.
And I, for one, am happy for it.
And you're not going to be happy about this.
I'm sure I'm not.
As she says that, she uses Produce Flame, and she's holding the flame in her hand. Now, she is probably standing near the front, mostly because she's very familiar with the forest and is not worried about things attacking her, really.
Did you seriously just put a fire in a forest? I thought you were good at what you do. Jeez. Leave it to the artificer to have to do everything. And I reach in and I hurl out 4 mechanical fireflies. Whoosh, and I cast dancing lights.
Well, those are pretty. And yes, I use Produce Flame inside here since I assume you're familiar with it. I also have the ability to shape water, so if something does end up happening, I can normally deal with it. And I'm not that klutzy. Jeez.
Safety first.
You talk to Mills. He's the one that says safety first all the time. Then again, he also works in the mill where losing fingers is kind of
Pretty common.
normal. Yeah, I've had to learn. I've had to use lesser restoration way too often for him.
I believe it.
Alrighty. So,
Just remember, Smokey the Ursine Druid says only you can prevent forest fires.
that's why I use a shovel and water after we're done with the campfire. I might have to use your water skin this time, though.
That's fine.
Good enough to go around.
Okay.
Don't make me frostbite you.
She's regretting knowing any of us at the moment, which is perfect.
Okay. So, as you're going in a bit deeper, are you keeping the dancing lights going?
Yes, for
Alright,
up to
so-
an hour. And as we're walking, I'm just having them moving around and near us. I have them set up in a diamond pattern, so there is one kind of in the middle of our group, and then the other two are 20 feet out on a 60-degree angle, so they're about 10 or 15 feet ahead of us, and then the other one is in front of us, again pitched back in on the same angle, so that last one winds up being about 35 feet forward of our position.
I will also, just to keep us illuminated as well, I'll pull out my Warhammer and touch the top of it. Almost like, imagine the T of a Warhammer, basically touch the top of it, and it begins to glow slightly, and I cast light as a cantrip. So that now it's a 20-foot radius of dim light. 20-foot radius of light, and then another 20 feet past that of dim light.
Okay. So yeah, the light's definitely covered for anybody who can't see you normally.
Yeah.
So you are probably traveling at this point another hour or two past.
Okay.
We've been going for about 3 hours now. You are starting to you are noticing, like I said earlier, that the plants are getting sicker and sicker around you as you're moving forward. You do notice that, like, you are hearing shuffling.
I haven't played this one yet.
You are hearing shuffling around you, but not like you're not hearing, like, actually shuffling's probably not the right word. You're probably hearing like skittering, like you're starting to hear insects and such moving around you, but like you're seeing flies and such like that. Like you're starting to see things that you would normally associate with, like bugs that you would normally associate with stuff that's rotting.
Ooh,
Um,
that does not look like anything that I want to get my hands in. Ugh.
I imagine nobody really wants to see what those things are landing on. So
Did you just change something?
yes,
did.
I did. I did.
Okay.
I just shifted over to another map.
Because it
That
happened
we don't
as
have
soon as
players
I
on yet.
Well, it happened as soon as I clicked on something, so I totally thought I broke it.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
So you've like, as I said, you started hearing like the shuffling. You started seeing like flies and stuff showing up. And give me one more round of perception checks for me.
Okay.
Do.
Ew. That was not good.
Just a reminder, Gray, you have a +1.
Oh, I forgot to add that in.
Don't worry about it. I can add it
Yeah.
in manually.
I was going to say, well, I end up with a 21.
Yep, 21. I see everything. That's what Nathan is saying right now.
That's my job.
Badger is definitely seeing everything as he falls over.
Badger,
see
I
the
can see
ground.
everything. Whoa! As he falls into a pit.
All right. So, what you guys have seen is, because pretty much everybody can see it except for Badger and Nathan, is a group of walking plants. Gray and Rochi would be very familiar with them, as you have seen them the night before.
I saw one the night before.
Yep,
Does that-
but you didn't actually see these ones because you did not, you
I-
were too busy looking at something else.
I saw their
Maybe-
boss.
I was gonna say, am I able to discern between the little guys and the big guy? Like,
Yes,
are they all the
you were seeing you see a definite size difference. Like the little guys were like
I
3
still
feet
just have a
tall,
black
about the size
screen.
of a gnome. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop your characters on there in a second.
Okay, fine. I'm just making sure. No
Yep.
rush.
You guys were seeing a 3-foot tall stack of, pile of wood versus a 4 to 5 foot tall.
Hey, it's a place.
So, hold on. Are you saying that we see both variances in front of us?
You are seeing both variants and multiple of each.
All right, so
Oh.
I tap on I tap on I can't remember her name. So Esri's shoulder for a second, and I go, see, those were the things. I told you they'd be here.
Huh? That
those-
doesn't look.
Bushes over there are not bushes.
Can you drop me for fireflies?
Right.
And then ping one of the bushes that we
Alright.
suspect of not being a bush. And I will send a firefly to its doom.
Can you see the folder that I just created inside the PC folders for actors?
No. I see bugs, clockwork bugs, and I see the dancing lights firefly, but I can't pull them.
Gotcha. Okay, that was what I was trying to see, is if you could actually pull them.
Yep.
All right.
Cool. And which bush do we think is a bush? Which bush do we think is a not bush, actually?
You can clearly tell that these are not bushes because they are in fact walking.
Oh, yeah, those.
They're
Okay.
They're actually walking towards.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. And 1, 2, 3 almost right there. And then each one sheds light in a 10-foot radius, which means that the little tiny one in the front here should now be illuminated so that she can see that it is in fact not a bush.
Okay. I think I need to go plant something in my backyard and see what happens.
Can
let's
we
get it.
deal with these first?
Yes, I would like to deal with these first because that's how I'm going to plant it in the backyard.
Okay.
Or do you want to replicate these things?
No, I just want to see what happens when I plant it in the backyard, and then probably have to destroy it with fire.
What makes
Oh.
your so special?
Have you seen the plants in my backyard?
I have, and they scare me.
What's
he gets it.
what's so special about them?
They're fey plants.
Not normal.
They're,
They're not
they're plants that are not. They're not. Those are not normal for where we're at. We're not in the Feywild. And you guys are going to need to roll initiative. Let me get this started. Oh, I forgot to try and fix that part.
Haha! I scored a 14.14 initiative. I love your Decimaic initiatives. I don't know why it's happening, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, and I can't figure out what's actually making that happen.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's lovely. If you guys like the ugly pictures of the Gribblies that he's using for this, I made them for us in Hero Forge. They will be appearing in both campaigns.
Ooh. So, since Nathan has so, politely given them a road to see from, they...
Follow the bouncing lights.
Nope, not that one.
Hold on. Did you just create a path for them to us?
Yes,
But why?
because they were too far away for us to hit them from there. Make them do all the walking.
Sound logic.
Having fought these guys before, at this
Look,
point, you guys can...
You're a turtle. You have stumpy legs now and no wings. Do you want to 120 yards, or do you want to make them do all the work?
My comment was I can't because I have no argument for this. How would you guys suggest going about this here? Like, who's going to be the frontliner on this one?
Oh, it ain't me, that's for sure.
I mean, I'm not sure that I'm capable of getting dirty up there. So
I'm not sure that you're capable of getting dirty.
Oh, he's capable. He just doesn't cope well with it.
I don't know that he's
Yeah.
capable of getting dirty.
I mean, I'm willing to as long as you promise to fix it.
Oh well, I mean, maybe not every 6 seconds, but when we're done, sure.
I'll consider it.
Phoebia is next, and Phoebia is holding her action.
Okie doke. I am the next, and I am going to get out of the bright light.
You are titled 4 in
Yeah, I'm not
Yes.
sure. That's because that was the original name I put on the character.
for 4 eyes.
No, because for
No,
one,
it was
two,
the
three,
fourth
and four,
test.
Oh,
It was the fourth test. That's why.
Okay, so I'm going to get here to a spot in the shadows where I am hoping that it is not able to see me and where I may even have light cover. And I am going to...
You want to roll a Arcana check
Sure.
to see if you think you're safe or not from this.
think you're
I roll a thinking of 15.
So, from what you have noticed about these creatures, is that you definitely don't think that they can't see you.
Okay, so I'm pretty
you're-
sure they can see at night then.
You are pretty sure that they either have some form of dark vision or something more superior to that, because they did not charge directly towards the light, and they saw you just as easily as you did at night,
Fair enough.
the night before.
Well, you know what else I know? I know that my crossbow can reach him.
Absolutely, that is definitely something that can happen.
So I assume this is a normal attack then?
Yes, you do not have advantage.
I have a 10.
Your shot goes between the vines and sticks. It does not stick in there.
Okie doke.
Interesting that didn't take. All right. By that I mean it didn't show that you were targeting him for some reason.
It does for me.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So next person on the list is this little Twiggy Blight. There you go. That little Twiggy Blight has gone, and now it's Roachy. What does Roachy do?
great. Let's see. I only have 30 feet of movement, sadly.
You can move and then charge.
Oh wait, yeah, no. What do I do?
He has stuff.
Sorry.
No, I just noticed what Bacon did for news.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not till my next action.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I did not mean to distract you.
Here I will move. Is this a tree or a bush where this lanternfly is?
That is a tree. So
Okay.
the bushes are the smaller, like yellowish in color.
Okay, cool.
Just to clarify, so I'm giving you the ability to stand within those trees. Their trunks are not big enough to take up the whole 5 feet, so you can stand there.
Okay, so that's like 20 feet right there. Oh wait, I have to do this.
Wait till at the end of this stream I show you guys my, connection track. It is terrible.
Yeah. I'm trying to pause when it's having issues. but
You literally can't.
that I kind of came to that conclusion, which is why I stopped.
My average frame rate for the night is 11.
Oh god.
This is after we put it on the server to try and make that easier.
All
It's
right,
not. It's not because of that. It has nothing to do with that. It's all just local.
I want to. I'm coming over here to the tree, and I want to do Toll the Dead on the guy that I have targeted right now.
Okay. So yeah, you want to on the needle blight, the bigger guy in the front.
Yeah.
Which you know what? Actually, let me
Like I have it. I believe I have it on D&D Beyond. If you want me to do it there, or
you would roll it here. So you should have
well,
Toll the Dead as a
I
spell.
don't have to roll for it. It happens automatically. You have to do a save for it.
Which save?
Creature I can see within range, which is 60 feet. Target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target's missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12.
And what is your DC, sir?
DC is a 15, so it saves.
It fails.
Yeah, oh, it failed.
Yes, because it had a -1, so it fails. So it has not taken any damage. So you do the 1d8 versus the d12.
Yep. Let me do that. And I can do that.
I gotta get you your spells on your card.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll. That's 4 damage.
Okie dokie. 4.
Cool. And then, yeah, I'll stay right here. That was a cantrip, so it was an action that I just took.
Yep, you've moved and then you've taken an action. You have a bonus action if you have anything to do on that. If not, we move on to the next person.
Nothing currently. No.
Alrighty. So now we're on.
Just to pause real quick, can we just backtrack for a second to give Badger his action?
Oh, I didn't notice Badger wasn't on here. Yes,
I
you
didn't
can
notice
ask
either
him.
until right now when I tried to find what his initiative number was.
Yep, go for it.
Cool. Which one of them have been hit so far, if anything?
Just the one right in front of the fly here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you will be well aware that this is one of the spitty ones that you were not very fond of last time. By that I mean Nathan.
Okay, so he is going to, before he finishes his move, we're going to come back to over here-ish. And while he's here, he is going to take a shot at the leader guy.
Leader guy number 1.
Leader guy number 1. He does not have advantage or any way to gain sneak attack at the moment. But don't worry, that's about to be fixed.
1 second. He has advantage.
He has advantage. Okay. Cool. He has a crit.
Turn Stumpy into Flinders.
Oh, I did that wrong. Because I didn't hit the crit damage.
Yeah, you are correct. Just do an attack roll again. Or select the bow again.
Damage again. There you go.
And do the damage again, yeah.
There we go. And as well, that will be his sneak attack damage for the round because he had advantage on the target.
Yep, so he gets an extra d6 at level 1.
Except that it was a crit. And apparently, crit applies to sneak attack.
Yes, it does.
So there you go.
All right. So...
And now he will use his bonus action to go invisible and then finish his move.
And this guy will use his action to go poof.
Go poof.
As in, he just fell he's fallen all to pieces.
Okay.
He dead.
Because Grandpa shot the out of him.
Do you have that button handy?
Yes. We, in fact, both be that that has that button.
We both have a Go XLR, and it's a pre-programmed button on the deck that can't be unprogrammed.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Right?
Yeah, that was how I was doing the voice earlier, and that's how he does the voice for Minnie the Ninja.
And also for Vindigor.
And Vindigor.
And also for Beatrice.
And maybe this one too.
Yay, fun stuff. We play with toys.
All right, so Badger in his old age that he suddenly feels like he's 10 years old again, puts draws his bow back and shoots the needle blight and literally watches it get punched to pieces. It just flinders. So it looks like the branches are everywhere. Or, well, in this case, the trunk split into two.
Nice.
And that was last person went was Rochi, so it is the other needle blight's turn.
There's some serious movement.
They're using both their actions. They're moving and running, and then running.
Gotcha.
And Phoebe is now going to use her turn. Her held action was to cast a spell.
When something came within range?
Yep.
Nice.
She's using Frostbite. And that is a con save and throw. Let's see what happens here.
It fails.
It fails.
What happens is it
and-
fails.
It takes 7 points of cold damage.
Thank you, Rose. You too.
Did you say thank you, Roji?
I said thank
No,
you, Rose.
Thank you, Rose.
Oh, I was like, why are you thinking me?
I'm thanking you just for being you. He's like, enough of that, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. All right. And that is a bloody... Now, I don't know why the marker's not working, but okay, sure, whatever. I'll figure that out later. That is a bloody, spitter tree.
Spitter tree.
It's all sappy just for you.
This one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the only spitter tree that you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not dead.
That's not dead, yes.
I can go hit it if I absolutely must.
After the needle blight's turn is twig blight that accidentally moved, so it's not his turn anymore. Wow, I accidentally moved them all, didn't I? Without even thinking about it. Yes, I did. Okay,
That's fine.
so next person's turn is Gray. Just not with an E.
Okay, which one is the bloody one?
This one.
Yes, the one the furthest up front. Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He's got all the fireworks.
All the markers.
Let's see,
You has a couple of spells you can do. You can try and shoot it. You can try and run up there and punch it, though I don't really recommend that one.
yeah, I will be targeting that one, and I will do the sacred. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Standard roll, right?
Correct, yes. Standard roll, which Sacred Flame is a dexterity save. So, let's see here. Needs to beat a 15, and it matches. So it fails.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Hold
All
up.
right.
1 point.
It takes 1 point of damage, and all right, yeah. So that doesn't affect them. That just affects that they don't get cover from you. Got it. All right. So he is still alive,
Not for long.
Nope.
and now we go to the next person on the list, which is a twig blight. In
Come on,
I was gonna say,
Twiggy.
if you off the small guys, I can totally take care of the needle. exposure is disgusting right now. Okay, there we go. Still a little overexposed.
That's fine.
Yeah. I need like more ambient light.
And this one has run up and is going to attack Rochi. And I'm assuming a 14 misses.
Oh, I would hope so.
Yeah. A 14 definitely misses.
So Rochi gets, swacked in the turtle shell and it bounces off.
I'm like, okay, this isn't such a bad growth. I think I can live with it.
I think that chipped your shell.
No. What? Gray,
And
please.
next one is going to try the same thing. And is not going to do anything. This one bounces off your shield.
Plink.
Next one is the
Life
twitching
rifle.
log on the ground that is most assuredly dead. And now it's Badger's turn. What kind of mushrooms does Badger look for?
Badger, while still being invisible, is going to... How much cover is this log going to give if the shooter is on this side?
Not really much of any.
Okay.
The log is pretty much completely hollowed out and collapsing in on itself. So it's like maybe at shin level, really.
All right. I've lost connection to the server. Give me a minute.
No worries.
I mean, as long as you haven't lost connection to reality.
I mean, I haven't had that for years.
All right. Yep. You do have advantage on that shot because he cannot see you.
Well, he can't see me because I'm invisible.
Are you actually
He actually can see you if you're within 30 feet of him.
All right. Well, I never got within 30 feet of him because I moved in a straight line.
Yep. That's what I was checking.
Cool. So,
No.
striking from invisibility, which means we will also we have advantage and sneak attack.
Yep.
And crit.
And crits again.
Yes, we will choose to take the 20. Thank you.
Loaded dice?
This is the best Ace has ever played, and he's not even here for it.
So, yeah, that needle blade is going the way of its brother.
Bye-bye.
It's taking the shot. It's split in twain, and you're pretty sure that that Badger is going to have to go like a mile to get that arrow back. But that's a thing for another time. All right. Is there anything else Badger is doing?
No, that's pretty much his turn.
All right. So it is Phoebia's turn. Phoebia is going to cast Guidance on Rochi.
Guidance on Rochi. Oh no.
Oop, no, she's not, because she got to walk forward to do that. Phoebia is just going to stay where she's at because she thinks you guys can handle it.
I mean, she's not wrong.
So Phoebia is skipping her turn. So it is now Nathan's turn. What is Nathan shooting at?
Nathan.
Or causing to explode.
Nathan is going to move to here so that I have advantage.
Yep.
On this guy.
Yep.
And we are going to play Stabby Bits.
Nice. So dropping the crossbow and drawing a weapon.
Yeah.
All right.
And I've lost connection to the server.
Using your rapier.
I will be eventually.
Smash them, boss. Smash them. I'll tell you, when I heard that Ace wasn't going to be here for this week or the next week, I was about to see if there was a way I could make a two-headed drow and just have second play as Badger, who has no control over the body but is stuck on, Nathan's shoulder.
That would have been hilarious
That would have been
and
great.
terrifying.
Wonderfully horrible.
Hey,
You hit.
22.
Oh,
Yep, you absolutely hit. So roll your damage. As I'm just going to do this right now. Because I'm 90% sure you can't roll that low. Okay, well you could have survived if you rolled a 1.
But I didn't.
So Nathan steps up behind it, and Rochi gets to watch Nathan skewer him on the end of his
bolt.
rapier and smash him right into the ground. And he turns into a pile of sticks.
Yay.
And I give Nathan a wink.
And as a bonus action, I unsmudge Rochi's armor. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, hey.
And that's my turn. Kill one guy, unsmudge an armor.
Little tickle. Yay.
And now this twig blight is going to go and attack you.
Oh, no.
Because you are the closest target to
Yep.
it.
I'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Do you become a living pincushion again?
It
Does
gets
a 20 hit your armor?
Yes.
Oh, good. And no, that's the rapier. What the heck?
Yeah, please don't attack me with my own sword instead of his claws. Much
There we
difference.
go. 3 points of damage as the sticks and stuff get in between your the scale mail joints. Doing
I will refute your 8 points and happily take 3.
yes.
Took a stick to the eye.
If I had rolled a critical, it might have been.
I got a splinter, and I just raise my boot because I'm going to kick the shit out of him next turn.
Oh. All right.
And next is Rochi.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Rochi has one of the little twiggy guys right in front of him.
Yes, I do. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit it with my warhammer.
You're gonna smack it with a hammer.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, tell me how that works out for you.
Well,
So just
like I see, like underneath of the crossbow, I have like attack, but like under warhammer.
So
you know.
when you're in your inventory, I'm gonna move the fly so I can actually click him.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
When you're in your inventory, you'll see the hammer, and you'll see the picture turn into a little dice. And when you click that, it shows up on the right hand side in the chat box, and you can just click
I got
attack
it,
damage
okay.
from there.
yeah. I've been rolling the attack like from the character sheet. So, like crossbow allows you to do that, but
Thank you for the packs, Thomas.
doesn't. Let's see. So let's see. Attack
If you were able to hear that, because I think the stream's down again, but it'll come back.
normal. That does not do good.
It does not. But if you really want to try and give it a swack, you can also use a fate point to swing again, or to re-roll that.
It is not often that I play characters that have a shield. So yeah.
That's why you have a 19. So technically, if you don't want to wear the shield, you don't have to. You'll be a 17.
I mean, arguably, you can punch with the shield. It's real easy.
Yeah.
You are correct, but that is not how that works right now. And
That's not how
I mean
any
in
of this
D&D.
works.
Yeah. Okay. Well then I already used my action. So yeah, this is the end of my turn.
So then the twig blight that the second twig blight that that Badger has turned into Flinders twitches a little bit on the ground. And speaking of twitches, the twig blight is going to run right at Badger.
No, it's going to die. That's fine.
Yeah, I can imagine it. These things are not meant to be scary.
Good, because they're not.
Does an 11 hit Badger's armor?
It will not.
Yay. You guys were smart. You got rid of the scary stuff first. And
We didn't. Ace did. Ace is a genius.
10 feet, 15 feet. You are
Ace
not
knows what he's
close.
doing with this game.
This Twig Blight's going to go try and attack Nathan. Because Nathan's closest. Aren't you special? Does a 19 hit?
19 is what I got.
No, it was hitting Nathan.
On Nathan, I believe a 19. Yes, will hit.
5 points of damage.
Stop that.
This one
that-
got in at the knee joint.
Well, that one makes 8.
Yeah, the two together make 8. You are correct. Alrighty. So that is the last Twig Blight, and it is now Gray's turn. What is Gray doing?
All right. So I am actually going to try to move up 5. Yeah, I forgot I had the target around there. Now, I believe that puts me in range of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that puts you in range of all of them except for the one on Badger. So you would have the range of all the 3 in front of you, yes.
Yeah. Well, I am going to cast Bane
Oh, okay.
on the 3 in the pocket here.
That's
You
three
must
charisma
make
savings.
charisma saving throws. You merely adopted the D&D, where I was born to it. That's going to be a miss.
That was a good impression, by the way.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Wow, that one actually passed.
I mean, yeah.
Rigged. Weighted
So
dice.
the other two failed. The furthest one back, so the one that just went, passed. No, I forget what Bane actually does.
It subtracts a D4 from its
Attack or
attack
saving
roll
throws.
or further saving throws,
Oh, lovely.
so long as the spell is active.
Nice.
I'm not sure
So
what the
you-
duration is.
It's a concentration.
Okay.
for normally probably about a minute. So for like 10 rounds, yeah, for 10 rounds. Awesome. So yeah. Oh,
Hey
yeah,
guys, the
so-
stream just went live. That's my 11th stream tonight.
Hey! All right. So Twig Blight number 1 is the one that's affected. He's gonna try and scratch Rochi because he doesn't know any better, and he misses.
Even before you subtract the D4.
Yeah, before I subtracted D4. They got to roll like a natural 20 to hit at this point. And it is Badger's turn. So who is Badger going to murk off the face of the earth?
Well, Badger does have one in melee range, so we should probably start with that.
Remember, right? Badger has a rapier that he can switch to, or to 2 daggers, whichever you prefer.
You know what? Oh no. No. Not with that strength modifier. Okay. Can I still hold the short bow in the offhand and grab the rapier so that I don't actually drop anything, but also don't use an action to draw?
Yes.
Okay.
You can keep the rapier in one hand. Yeah, that's fine because you're not using it as the thing you're trying to fight with. You can hold it with one hand.
Perfect. Thank you.
Words were
Ooh,
hard.
player of choice may roll for 1 magic item. Thank you, Thomas. Who is your choice player? He just played a epic. It's magic. Just so you know, Morton.
Nice.
So somebody gets a purple level roll.
Nice. I will roll for that, and I will get you that item.
All right. So rapier
shortly.
attack.
Yeah. Let's see if you can squash yourself a Twig Blight. Get that natural 20 again.
Nope, but a 15 will hit.
Yes, it will. It will go through both ends.
Yep. And then a 9 obviously did the damage.
Mm-hmm.
That did the deed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phoebe is gonna take a couple strides forward and start looking at the plant while it's alive.
Morden's choice for character, by the way.
What? The Phoebia or
For the magic item.
rogue? Ah. Okay, I wasn't reading that.
That's fine.
And she's just studying. Where is it? There it is.
Ho ho ho.
She's got nothing so far.
That looked like that was going to be a natural.
I know it did.
Instead, it was very
about to
unnatural.
laugh. I was about to laugh. So next turn is Nathan. Nathan has two little guys sitting there staring at you, and they've both, poked you at least once.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I can't deal with both of them at the same time. So we're going to start with this one. And
The topmost one is the one that is not affected by Bane.
I mean, the topmost one makes the most sense to go after, I guess. Just for that reason.
You would know that that a spell was on him, so just make sure you were aware.
I appreciate that.
Cleave him with your scimitar.
15 will do the job. And then I believe a 6 is enough damage.
6 is enough damage to make him go poof.
I stab through and rattle around a bit.
Sounds about right. And the Twig Blight right in front of you's turn, and guess who he's going to attack?
Like, I didn't even have a chance to get out in front.
Nope. The rogues did.
Yeah. But you guys flanked like a champ over there.
Yeah,
Does an
right?
18 hits, right?
To who?
To you.
Nathan,
Please subtract 1d4 from that roll, sir.
you are correct.
Yeah!
Does a 12 hit you? Excuse me, no, not a 12. Does a 15 hit you? Excuse me.
Rochi.
No.
Oh, me.
No.
Yeah,
It
you.
was you.
Oh, then no. No, it does not. It would have, but it didn't. Yay, me. I thought I was saving a
Yay.
teammate, but I saved me because my armor class is 16.
Yay! No, Rochi got attacked earlier and it
Okay,
didn't work. out.
fair enough.
And now it's Rochi's turn.
Go,
Okay.
Rochi.
Yeah, I want to swing at this guy again.
Smack him in the face. Well, or whatever passes for a face.
Yeah, something like that. And attack. Normal. That's a 14.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. And damage. Normal. 6 points. Or 9 points. Sorry, 9 points.
So Rochi has decided he does not like this Twig Blight. It has swung at him too many times, and baseball swings it off into the distance.
Nice.
Nice.
That is a most assuredly dead Twig Blight.
I finally figured out how to actually hold this thing.
You're
You've
learning
learned
good.
that golf is a beautiful sport, and you should do it more often.
Well, you finally figure out the grip with these claws. It's really difficult without cutting yourself.
And it's Gray's turn. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's right, I forgot. You have the claws, so technically, even when you're disarmed, you're armed.
Yep. His unarmed attack is still armed.
Yep, you can hit that one, no problem.
Yep, and then I will crossbow it. Just need to.
Don't miss, don't miss.
He hits. Even if he has a
Yay.
negative, he hits. Roll your damage, sir.
Alright.
I was just worried about the stray shot.
Yeah, I know, right? If you rolled the 1, then there might have been a chance of someone getting hit.
Solid ones all night long.
Yeah, it's still alive.
Okay.
It's bloodied, but it's still alive.
I mean, yeah, but it's up to
Now it's Badger's turn.
Yeah, it's Badger's turn, so it's going to be dead.
Badger decides to try and shoot the rapier instead of an arrow. You don't feel like drawing something new.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And rapier attack with advantage.
Hits.
Do we need to roll for sneak attack damage, or is that already fatal?
It was fatal as soon as you hit.
That's what I thought. Okay. So
And you get to see the twig blights fall to the ground as all of them are dead, and so are the needle blights. You guys were smart. You took out the real targets, mostly. And with that, the combat is over.
yay! We're the winners.
You have assuredly won this combat. Yes. Yay, I figured out how to make the tool work.
And
Great.
More importantly, none of us died. Oh.
Is that it? So,
No one-
so do we
no
get
one-
the 2,000 points you talked about earlier?
No.
Oh.
The 2,000 point combat is coming up.
Oh,
great.
good. Okay, so
Trivia.
as I walk back towards the party, you see that I reach into my bag, pull out a small clockwork spider. It resembles I have something for this. I'm pretty sure I have something for this.
I don't know if you loaded it, but you do.
I pull out a small clockwork spider. It resembles a black widow, except that the abdomen is glass and filled with a red liquid. As I'm walking back over to you guys, you see it. It crawls like up onto my shoulder. Fangs bite in, and then the fluid in the abdomen of the spider drains in through the wound like a venom, except that it's doing the exact opposite. And I have cure wounds.
He has cure wounds himself.
Yes.
I am quite literally. Rochi sits there with his mouth agape, just staring at what just happened and confused. Mhm.
Well, that wasn't too bad. And I clean off Rochi's armor.
I am so okay with this arrangement.
What are you going to do about the scuff on his shell now?
It'll ride out with wear.
Gray.
Yeah. His shell should be fine eventually. It tends to replace its scales whenever they break off.
It falls apart.
I mean, you've had layers of skin, come off before, right? And they grew back. I mean, just think about it this way: your shell is like your fingernail. Well, not like your fingernails now, but as they were before. They get trimmed every once in a while, and then they come back, and they grow long, and you got to trim them again.
So I have
those.
So I have to trim my shell.
Don't worry, the
No,
bad guys
don't
will
worry
keep doing
about
it for you.
Yeah, they'll do that for you. You lost a couple layers from the little
And that
twiggy
helps.
tree things. I mean, do you want your fingernails to get super long?
Have you seen my new hand?
I understand that you have clawy bits now, but I mean, they were fingernails before, right?
Yes.
Did you want those fingernails to come up really long when you come back? To whatever you were?
Well, no. We always had servants that took care of that for me.
Yeah, you don't have any out here, so yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But you just think of it this way: think of it every time something hits that shell, it's just a servant trimming a little off your fingernail.
Out of game, I'm pretty sure he does have a servant out of here. I'm just saying.
Ah. And with that note, Phoebe is walking over to the twig blights and the needle blights, and is like picking through the vines, the twigs, the broken log pieces, and other things comprising them. Like picking up one piece, going, "Ooh, that's interesting," and putting it in a pouch, or pulling a twig out and snapping it and looking at how it looks on the inside, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Oscar,
If you-
did it help?
No. You guys did just fine. Breaking these little things to pieces. I'm just gonna look through here and see if I can figure out what makes them tick and
Are you finding anything
take
interesting?
some home. I've seen a couple things interesting. They look like they're diseased like the trees around us, but they're walking and these trees aren't. So I'm trying to figure out what the difference is.
Well, that's a good thing because we don't want to have to deal with trees too.
At this point, I'm starting to think we're gonna have to.
Oh, great.
No.
Yeah, because we're getting closer and closer to the grove, and it's getting worse and worse. So I think I think we're gonna have to deal with a tree.
Well,
Or at the
let's
very
keep going.
least, you guys get to deal with a tree.
I'm sure everything is perfect.
All's right in the world. All right. You guys walk through.
Oh, I'm also going to assume I failed my concentration check to maintain dancing lights. It's fine.
Yeah, I hadn't even remembered that. No,
Yeah.
because like everybody here can basically see in the dark except for Phoebe. Yeah.
Phoebe, if you don't mind, you're more than welcome to accompany me as we continue forward.
I mean, I have to show you. I have to show you the way anyway.
Well, I know that you have trouble seeing here in the dark. At least I can cast light to to show the way to some
What do you
degree.
think I did?
So you go and recast the
Light
lights.
on a Warhammer.
You cast light on the Warhammer, and Deuce casts light on. Not cast light. Cast dancing lights again.
No, it's fine. I just let him cast his light and just go about his thing and look like the hero. It's fine. I'll skulk in the shadows all emo.
Drow doing drow things. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are walking probably about another hour. At this point, it's probably been 4-ish hours since you've walked out.
Right?
I've done my math in my head
It
right.
took us
That is
3 hours
correct.
to get here.
And you are coming to the grove. If
The
I
grove.
am, and if I am doing my internal math right, by that I mean I'm looking at the clock in front of me. It has been about 2 hours since we started this.
About that, yes.
Did we want to take a break before we start this next part?
I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Get up, walk around, go slap my modem with a baseball bat.
Yeah, because this next part's just a tad bit bigger than what you were just dealing with,
Okay.
and it's probably going to take longer.
Yay. Well, then I definitely suggest that I get up and stretch before we go that far.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, we're going to be dealing with a tree next. Definitely bigger than bushes.
Yeah, definitely bigger than bushes and man-sized bushes.
Okay, everybody. We're going to do a quick breaky break, and then we will all be right back.
All right.
Assuming that the stream is even up, because right now I'm pretty sure it's not. But, I mean, that's just my night.
It's live. It's up.
Yay. All right, be right back.
Oh, wait, and now it's down.
See?
God.
See?
You said something. Alrighty.
Dang.
Be back in like about 5 minutes.
Cool.
Everybody's back. Everybody ready to go. Everybody, taking a little walk.
No, I think we need more time.
Okay.
Why does he have a hand on a stick?
Because he has a giant claw on a stick.
He has a
Back
claw
scratcher.
on a steak.
Oh boy.
Yeah. his description, the description of the staff is it is a bladed branch from a tree that is shaped to look like a claw, wrapped in some form of leather that tends to crackle with a necrotic energy.
I don't want to know what kind of leather. Thank you.
It's okay. Me and Second think very similarly because the start of this will tell you why.
Oh boy.
At least if you.
No, I don't want to fight someone that thinks like me. That's a bad idea. I know how I think, and I don't want to fight that.
It's okay.
Where's the tree?
You do in fact actually see the tree behind him. I will just
Oh, great.
Hold on.
You had to f***ing ask, didn't you?
So you can absolutely see the tree behind him. You can see that the tree is clearly dying. It literally looks like it's been diseased for a long time.
Oh no.
We're not talking like, okay, like when you were first walking into the forest where they were starting to kind of look sick. We were talking like this looks like if you put your finger and pushed into the bark would just fall off because it's nothing holding it there anymore.
Hey, Phoebe, you remember when I said don't use fire in the forest? Use fire. Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
All right. So we now that I've given that description, and I'll probably have to do it one more time. Are we good to start?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I didn't know if you'd hit the recording button yet.
We're good.
All right. So as you guys come into the grove, you notice that in the dead center of it, the ground is darkened and like dead. There is no grass in it or nothing. You see the large tree in the center of it. It is the largest tree that you've seen so far. But this tree is, as I stated earlier, it is disease-ridden. It looks like it's basically dead at this point. In front of said tree, you see a humanoid creature that looks like it's desiccated. If you want to give me a Arcana or a religion check to figure out what the creature is, you absolutely can.
Religion or Arcana, you said?
Correct.
Oh, I went from a 19 to a 6. Stupid
19.
die.
Solid 4. Go me.
You are so good at these things.
I know.
I just rolled for Badger.
Badger got. Oh, okay.
Well, I'll take your roll for it.
Okay.
I did it because you had forgotten before, so I just figured I would do it.
Yep.
real
No,
quick.
I remember this time. I was just still working my way there. You're in the thick of it
Right.
now. I know, right? Ew.
So-
Kill it with fire.
What you're seeing in front of you, the people who have gotten over a 15. So Nathan and Rochi, you are 90% sure that you're looking at a lich of some sort. Badger is 100% sure it's a lich and 100% going nope in his head. Because he knows we can't handle this.
I agree.
You will note that as you've gotten closer as you've gotten to here, the distance you're seeing is about 20 to 30 feet away. That the tree is in fact actually swinging at him, like the lower limbs are, but they're really slow and really weak, and they're doing absolutely nothing. They seem to be bouncing off the air around him.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they're not making actual contact. He is, in fact, not actually looking your direction. He is looking at the tree.
Good.
More specifically, he is looking at the dirt around the tree.
Fabian, somebody else is interested in nature just like you.
I don't think he's interested in nature. I don't know what he's interested in, but the last time I've seen a lich, the first rules were kill it with fire or run away if you can't do that.
Are you sure that's a lich?
I mean, reasonably, we should run away. However, I don't think we're about to be very reasonable.
I mean, considering what we came here for, we're this far.
I mean, like, do you guys really need that seed?
Yes.
I want
Yes.
my body back.
I mean,
I
your
need
guys'
my-
bodies look perfectly fine to me.
No,
Just
they don't.
saying. Ah, you're fine. You have your mustache.
I mean, while that's true,
I mean,
we
there's something definitely wrong with that mustache.
we still need. Okay. With my
Oh.
knowledge of nature, which granted is terrible, can I see anything that I would consider a bulb or a seed of any sort on the tree guy?
You do not see any on the branches or anything like that.
Okay.
You do see foliage on the ground. So there might be some seeds in there. You also can note that you will also have noticed that the foliage has definitely been disturbed. Like he has been brushing it to the side, looking for something on the ground.
Yay!
Are we trying to help him find it?
Um. Okay, so here's a thought.
Okay.
This is coming from Badger.
I think he sees us.
I think you might be right.
He just turned around.
PBS.
Oh, he turned around? Okay. Never mind.
Oh, he's moving towards us.
All right, plan B.
Hello.
Now I have the right voice. Why, hello.
I'm going to step to the front of the group.
I'll join second on that one. Be like, can we?
Hello,
Help you.
Mr. Evil Necromancy guy. So-
what is two gnomes, a fairy, and a human doing here?
Trying to become two gnomes, a fairy, and a human again. So, basically, I
How did-
mean, I don't really care what you're doing because this isn't my neighborhood. All I know is
I
that
kind of care.
shut up. All I know is to get back to what you just said that we are, so we agree.
Right.
Don't worry, Thomas. We're going to. Trust me. I saw the card. All I know is to get back to what we're trying to be. I need a seed from that tree, and I'm assuming in a non-icky state of seed. So, if you don't mind, if we like rummage around on the ground in the bits that you don't need, I'm just going to look for that seed, and you can do whatever evil things you're doing because I don't care.
Yes. I'm going to warn you that you're not going to find any. Mostly because I don't want that idiot from the bar to have it.
Oh, you hate Badger too.
Badger? Never
Sorry,
mind. I
no,
don't
you
know.
hate Dalton too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can tell you that I hate him. I can also tell you that, we don't really see eye to eye that often. And when we did, we normally still butted heads.
I didn't either, and then he turned me into this, and now I do.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't really see the difference. Turtle, fairy, dead, not dead, all the same to me.
I mean, and that's reasonable of you. Basically, I really don't care. I mean, whatever this, whatever vegemancy and necro gardening you're into, I'm totally supportive of you doing such. I really don't care. I just want that seed because I want my mustache back.
It was a really good mustache.
Wasn't it though? I spent years working on it.
Like the twist, like it was immaculate. I mean, admittedly, thinking about it as a cloud crystal, our family would probably have been jealous.
Now, I will to inform the GM. I would say I'm about 60% lying. I really don't want to fight the Lich. I really don't want him to do what he's doing, but I also don't want to fight him. But I 100% want to get that damn seed. So if he's in a state where I can persuasion him into giving us the seed and not having to have the fight, I will. If I'm in a state where I need to deception him into giving us the seed and not having the fight, I'll try. And if we have to have the fight, then I'm just going to do my best to ruin his day.
So you are absolutely able to try and talk a seed off of him.
Okay.
So if that was your attempt to deception or persuasion, I will actually give you either. Since you're saying it's roughly a 50-50, go for it.
Can I assist him in that?
You are, I believe you can use aid in the action. Just, you got to tell me what you're trying to do to help him.
Well, no, just like even the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to cast guidance on.
There you go.
Nathan.
Yay!
So yeah, he gets a roll a d4 and add that number to the check of your choice. Right. Basically, what I was saying.
Mother.
Fate.
Fate point. Fate.
Yep.
Spending a fate point. Fate. For the reroll. Okay. So, all of that again, but better. Perception.
It's persuasion, folks.
Oh,
Bam.
nice.
You know what? I might take some pity on you.
I
give
agree. You
me-
should, because we're pretty
You
pitiable.
you give me about 500 gold, and I'll give you the seed.
I don't have 500 gold, but we do have a satyr druid that might be useful to you.
True.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's not going to accept it anyway. I'm just trying.
You
I
are
mean, she's
not
not pretty
wrong, but you're also not you're not entirely wrong. So give me just a moment, and then you might be able to get a seed from this thing. And you see him cast a spell.
Okay.
You are actually the Phoebio and Badger would probably be the only two aware of what this spell is. Mostly because I believe druids have access to it. He is casting Blight, but it is slightly weird. It is not doing what it's supposed to do. When you deal, if you're familiar with the spell Blight, normally it just does damage to the target, and if necrotic damage to the target, and if it is a magical plant, it does just max damage straight out.
Right.
Instead, what actually seems to happen is the tree is looking like it's getting sicker, but at the same time, it's looking like it's almost petrifying and like it's moving a lot faster than it was.
And getting stronger. Yay.
It's, at least as far as you're aware, it looks like it's getting stronger.
Oh,
So
no.
you
Alright.
could probably get a seed from this, and after that, he uses Dimension Door to.
Oh, I don't like that guy.
Lots of fire.
Okay.
You see on the ground, the dark splotch does not grow per se, but you do see like bits of it growing out through the bushes to the
It's starting to
sides.
tendril, yeah.
It tendrils out, and you see other creatures that you are well and truly familiar with at this point popping up.
Okay, guys, I think diplomacy didn't work. Are we ready for option B?
Out of dodge.
No, because I need that seed.
You really want that mustache?
You have no idea. Okay, here we go.
It's happening. Okay. Great.
So everybody roll their initiatives.
Well, that hurt. So I'm going almost last. So
Woohoo! I'm not going dead last.
Let me put it okay, there we go. I was about to say, going off of what it's saying here, a lot of people are going last. Alrighty then. So what
That'll
you
wind up
see-
being me for Ace. Thomas, just so you know. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're, watching this spell spread out and affect the bushes and things around it, you notice the tree is basically ripping its roots up and to start walking. I forgot to roll for Phoebia. So let me do that now.
I mean, she's been so useful in the last fight.
You might be
Just-
thankful she's here.
Just resting up for this one.
I mean, I'd be okay with that as long as that's the case.
All right, there you go. You see him see it essentially rip its roots out of the ground and start trudging around.
You might want to switch out a necromancer voice.
I am going to switch out a necromancer voice.
Yay!
There we go. Out of necromancer voice.
Since the necromancer planar gated out already.
Yeah, he dimension doored away. He'll dimension door back later, just to make sure. Maybe.
Well, that sounds lovely.
So what you're saying is we have to put Phoebia down and leave her here.
I mean, not if we get the seed first. If we don't get a seed, then we have to put Fibia down.
yes.
I mean, I'm all for keeping the deals we make.
This is one of those moments where you look at the party and just wonder, what alignment they're all on.
I mean,
Alignment me. That's what
lying
alignment
is
you
a
are.
thing.
It is a thing.
It is, in fact. You are correct. And none of you are paladins and upheld by any oaths of, honesty or anything like that.
I still don't know
I'm a
what-
paladin of the oath of deception.
You're a paladin of trickery. Got it. All right.
So, you're a
So,
paladin of trickery. How do I know you're telling the truth?
Exactly.
so we start the show with Phoebia, who is, in fact, absolutely going to use Produce. Phoebia throws her attack. And she hits.
Yay.
And she rolls not so great.
She hit. That's a start.
It's already a plus.
That is, in fact, already a plus. So after Phoebia, because that's all Phoebia is doing, she's basically screaming, "What the hell is going on?" and throwing fireballs.
Right.
Fireballs.
I mean, if she wants to throw fireballs, I'm okay with that. much better than firebolts.
Not the right class, unfortunately.
Feats. Okay.
That explains why that wasn't working properly, because I was on the wrong creature. There we go. And
Oh, there's a blight. Fuck.
Yeah, there's quite a few around. So, considering I have this wonderful growth that is protecting me a bit, would you rather I
He's not the Tuma.
aggro, if possible, the blights that are around the big guy, or just sit on the big guy and let him focus on me.
I think we need to sit you on the big guy,
Okay.
fortunately.
So the needle blight that was in the back left-hand corner has moved forward about 20 feet
Yeah.
and is spitting needles at Orochi.
Ow.
Ow.
Does a 14 hit?
Plink. Nope.
Nope. All right. So that is all the needle blight does in this turn.
If anything, it just gets caught in my tabard, and I'm like, enough. Just
And now it is Badger's turn.
I regret not refilling my water.
Yeah, I went and got 2 more water bottles just to be on the safe side.
Badger is going to take a shot at the needle blight.
Okay.
And I believe it is dark, and I believe I have never gotten within 30 feet of him, which means I technically should be able to use sneak attack.
I think that's viable.
You want to be 1 space back to be outside of his line of sight.
Right, like I was saying, since I never got within 30 feet of him. Stop being difficult. There we go. Since I never got within 30 feet of him, I measured that and I still did it wrong. Okay.
No problem. Yes, you have advantage on that shot against him. So
Okay.
you do get your sneak attack. Gray is feeling oddly hungry.
I believe an 18 will hit.
It will. Roll your damage. Ow. More ow.
All the ow.
Well, at
14
least it
points of
got-
ow.
At least it got the, spit once.
Yeah, we weren't playing around with that guy.
Nope, you already know how that hurts.
See, senor.
And next, assuming that he is done, next is Nathan. What you doing, Nathan?
Because I am a cheesy meta bastard and I know what card got played on me. I am going to take a shot at the big tree.
Okay.
And I hit with a dirty 20,
Yes, you do.
which
What
becomes
is-
even more dirty because that is the normal damage. And then this is fire damage.
What?
All right.
In midair, the crossbow bolt erupts in the flame, striking the target. You know, a little whoosh, a flame appears on the end of it. I just kind of look down at my crossbow and go, Did anybody else know it can do that?
Robert's the bad guy.
And then I am going to use my movement to... Wait, nope, you go back. There we go.
Alrighty then.
And that's my turn.
You absolutely see the arrow hit the crossbow bolt hit the tree. You see it burn. You see the tree shaking and like not trying to knock the arrow off of it. It finally does, and it does look like it hurt more than it should have.
Yay!
Uh-huh.
All right. So next is a Twiggy Blight. can't really see anybody, but as soon as it starts moving, it can. So he's gonna attack over here into Badger. One of those moments of, hey, I can see you. Does Badger have a 17 for an armor class?
That is a good question. Badger has a 16 for an armor class.
Badger takes 2 points of damage. And so that was that one. And the next Twig Blight is the one that's right next to where Nathan is. So he's going to take his 5-foot step and take a swing at Nathan. And he's going to miss horrifically.
Yay!
It tripped while it was coming in.
Good.
And next is Gray.
Okay, out of curiosity, can I see the woodsman's axe or the farmer's axe in the tree?
You can. I could not rep it in Hero,
Right.
Hero Forge, but
Yeah.
the axe is. If you're looking at the creature's portrait, it would be probably about where the waist height is, to like in between the waist and knee, so like at the thigh level, on the left-hand side. So yeah,
Do it.
I run in and try to grab the axe.
You're a genius. Gray, you're so good.
strength check to try and pull it out.
And this is where it all goes wrong.
You got this. I have faith in you.
Did
No, I use that. Just a normal roll, correct, sir?
It is. If you have athletics, I'll allow you to use athletics, but it's a strength check otherwise.
Yeah, no, athletics.
You run up, you grab it, you
I'm,
pull as hard as you can, and you do not budge it at all.
I want to give it one more tug. Can I use a fate point?
Yes.
Yes, you can. I am gonna take you a step back because you don't. You would be standing inside of his. Actually, it's a huge creature, so you can stand there. Never mind.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Stop being
Yeah,
worse.
just hold my back.
Yeah, you're not feeling so hot, and you're also standing like right next to the roots.
Oh well, such is life.
Next is the next Twig Blight, which this one is going to go over to Badger, because once again, Badger is closest.
do you guys want me to go help Badger or go to the big guy?
Badger's fine.
Okay.
12 against Badger, so we know that misses.
Don't worry, Badger can take care of himself. Meanwhile, Ace goes, I can?
Next is Rochi.
Yeah. All right.
Go try and grab the axe. Do that
Okay.
other thing.
Little
Yeah, I'm gonna
help
do
here.
I'll go over and try and grab the axe.
You can stand there. Now, okay, so if you go in that far, you're going to take an attack of opportunity.
Who?
You. If you want to get there, you can stand next to him here, but if you try to go all the way to here, you're going to get.
Oh, okay. Okay.
get flung
Go
out.
around them, you mean?
Yeah, you would have to go around him far enough to stay out of his reach. You
Okay.
can stand where you're at now and also get to the axe.
Get the axe. Get the axe.
I'll do that.
Choppy, 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 choppy.
So what do you want me to roll for that?
Strength or athletics?
I'll do strength.
For your if you don't have athletics, just click strength and then ability check.
I mean, I do have athletics. I'm just not proficient in it.
If you're not proficient in it, then it's the same as rolling a strength ability check, so it works.
Okay.
So you can just roll that, and it's the same.
There you go. That's how a D20 rolls.
That's a 22.
Is in fact how a D20 rolls, and you run up, you wrench this giant axe out of it, and by that I mean it is like a American lumber axe. So not one of those little light-headed ones, but a nice big heavy-headed one.
Like
Nice.
the competition ones.
What is your strength,
Six,
Rochi?
oh, it's a 16 plus 3.
And it takes 5 points of damage.
It takes 5 points damage?
Yes, it takes 5 points of damage as you rip the axe out of it.
I mean, that's a good sign.
Yeah, right. Okay. That was my action. That was my movement. I don't have any bonus. So yeah. End of my turn.
All right, so next is the big tree.
Yes, it is.
The big tree's turn.
No, it's not the tree's turn.
The big tree is in fact a little upset with Rochi right now, as you may or may not agree.
I mean, I'm okay with this.
I helped it. See, I took the thorn out of the tiger's paw. Okay.
And now the tiger's going to eat you because tigers are going to do tiger things.
Oh man. No, it's not.
No, not with that roll. It ain't.
Yay!
It basically lifts up his foot, its roots, and slams his foot down where I thought you were because you pulled the axe out of there and misses. Alrighty then, that did not go to plan for it. Now did it?
Not at all.
And
I love
the big blight.
I'm okay with that.
It's like, welcome to my world, tree.
Look at me. You don't always get what you want.
And now the twig blight is going to take a swing at Rochi because you are the closest target, and it's a giant party under the tree.
Tree party.
Hey.
You have been critically punched.
By a twig.
Oh,
Does 5 points of damage.
That
Big
hurts a little.
whopping numbers here.
Yeah, that hurts a little.
Next is the twig. Yes, sir.
You have
Is that automatically-
Roshi has just been healed by 30 points
What?
from chat.
Chat has officially decided
Chat play to feel
we're
better. Heal up to 30 points.
Okay. Thank you.
He's still getting used to this system, and right now he is very much a fan of it.
I'm all right with this.
22 beat your armor class, correct, Rochi?
Yes. Who's hitting me?
You take 8 points damage from the needle blight up here.
No!
Oh.
As
They
the
were
bush that was
camouflaged.
originally there steps up and spits out a number of, very large and very nasty looking pine needles
At who?
at you.
At you.
And
That's why you just took damage.
That's why you took eight points.
Okay. Does that automatically come off my character sheet or no?
It does not. I have not figured out. A
It
way to
will
make
at some
happen for you.
point, but we're having difficulties with the system at the moment.
Okay.
It's not doing exactly what it's supposed to do, so it's okay. We just gotta, do the math properly.
Well, then if that's the case, then I'm bloody right now.
Okay.
After you got healed for 30?
Yeah.
You got hit for what was it? 5, and then healed back to full.
And
you
then
took 8.
take 8. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the first hit, then got healed, and then got hit again. By
Okay.
a different creature.
Okay. Dope.
Yep.
You got this.
Yeah.
And next week, Blake. Nope, that's the wrong card. We don't want to use the slam attack, even though I want to use the slam attack more often.
They're ugly little buggers.
And this one trips on its way in.
Yay.
Alrighty, so it is Back to the top. Phoebe's turn. I gotta remember.
You're a plant person. Do something.
Need
No.
more fire.
I'm a satyr, not a plant person. I've met plant people. They're
I mean, professionally.
Would you guys consider this undead or no?
One way to find out.
religion test. Check.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you guys for free. She hits the little blight in front.
Yay!
And I'm not even going to roll for her damage because it's a auto dead.
Right.
Nope.
Rochi, you have no idea.
Yep.
You're like, it's a plant.
I have an
Whoever just
idea.
rolled- Nathaniel is absolutely going, this is not undead. This is something different.
I think
Okay.
he can hear you, Ray. This is not undead. This is something different.
All right
All
then.
right. So after Phoebia is the Dead Needle Blight and then the Rogue.
Okay, so
Rogues.
he is going to do that hold the bow in the offhand stab with the rapier thing at this guy.
Alrighty then.
On the downside, I don't think there's a possible way for him to use a sneak attack. On the plus side, I don't think it's going to matter.
No, he cannot get a sneak attack there. So he would just be rolling his normal D8.
8 points of damage.
Yep, dead.
Yeah.
And if that's the end of his turn, Nathan.
He is going to use his bonus action to disengage
All right.
and then move for free.
All right.
I am now going to take my action to attack the blight that's right in front of me. I, however, don't want to bother putting my crossbow away. I will just very happily butt strike it with the crossbow and just use it as an improvised weapon.
Improvised
attack.
weapon.
Knowing me, we should probably just pull improvised weapon onto my character card at some point. Because you have no idea how often I'm going to do dumb things like that. However, that's a hit. And I believe the damage will wind up just being a D4.
Yeah,
Because
it's a
improvised.
D4 because improvised.
4.
And you stove its head in with a crossbow.
Nice! Just name him Russell because he's been stovered. And we're going to go this way. Yep, we're gonna go this way. Okay, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
Interesting. Improvised weapon is not a thing on here, so
We
I'll
will
have to
make
create
it.
that option. I will create that option at a later time.
Yep. Because it's a thing.
Yeah, especially with bar brawlers. It's a Twiggy Blight's turn, and it's the one that ran away from Badger. Sorry, did not mean to move you. 5, 10, 15, 20. Hey, Phoebe, how's it going? Not that I'm sure the second didn't move Badger to that exact position, knowing that this would happen. And it misses. And it's Gray's turn. So, hey, Gray, what you doing?
All right. The tree has definitely been injured.
Yes, the tree is definitely injured.
I can cast my spell.
I mean, you could have cast it earlier. It just would have been... it just wouldn't have done the max damage.
Injure the tree, Ray.
Yeah. You point. Toll the Dead. You point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage.
All right, it fails.
Yay! Hopefully, it's not
click
immune
the-
or resistant to necrotic damage.
Click the one that says versatile. Versatile. And that should give you the correct damage, hopefully.
Okay, 1d12 plus bonus, and roll normal.
Which player, Thomas?
Yep, so 5 points of damage.
I feel like I'm underachieving.
No, you're under a treeing.
Ready? To the next person, assuming Gray is done, or is Gray doing something else?
Let's see, that was a cantrip actually, but that's
Yep, that was your action.
Still an action and also a spell.
yep. Not doing anything else.
Alrighty.
Brace for impact.
Next is Rochi. Hey Rochi, what you doing? You distracted.
Apparent aliens have usurped his video.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't realize I was muted. My bad.
it's
No.
fine.
Yeah. And I've been talking this entire time, of course. Go figure. Great. Yeah. Awesome. Cool.
This is
Like,
why
yeah.
you're a rock with eyeballs.
Yeah. Okay, so I know I have the axe that I pulled out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also bleeding right now. In not such a fun way.
And you have 2 targets you can swing at. You can swing at the giant tree in front of you or the tree blight to your right.
Yeah. If I were to swing the axe, would it be the same thing as just swinging my warhammer?
If you swing it one-handed, yes. If you swing it two-handed, it would be like swinging the axe versatile. So D10 instead.
Yeah. Oh boy. No, I want to try and play this smart, potentially. I do that right. Do a Twilight Sanctuary right now.
All right. Please tell me what that does.
So, channeling divinity. As an action, I present my holy symbol. A sphere of twilight emanates from me. Sphere is centered on me. It's a 30-foot radius and filled with dim light. The sphere moves with me, and it lasts for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated. Basically, at my choice, I can grant a creature that's in that radius one of the benefits at the end of their turn. I can basically either give it 1d6 plus 2 temporary hit points, or I can end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened.
Gotcha. So basically, you're going to give yourself temporary hit points in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then any other friendly that's in the area at the end of their turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just at the end of the turn, roll the temporary hit points and add it to your sheet.
Yeah. Let me see my... What's action? I can do that as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Sorry, well, no, I'm just realizing I can do something as a bonus action that I didn't think I could do as a bonus action.
That was a good time to bonus action.
Yeah. I'm gonna do healing word on myself.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that
Yep.
it is casting bonus action. So yeah.
Now, I will warn you because I forgot to do it. I forgot it with Ray, but you are within range for an opportunity attack if you. Take
It's
it.
it's not that. I'm going to bring up that would be casting 2 spells in the same action.
Is that actually possible then? Because I mean, as an action, you can cast a spell, and as a bonus
Was it-
action, if the cast time of one bonus action, you can cast spell as a bonus action. So technically,
Wasn't the first thing you used a feature for your class?
yes, it was.
Oh, then it's yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
You're fine. Fine. Never mind. Ignore me.
You weren't using a spell. You used a class feature.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he's
Yeah.
good. Then he's good.
Yeah. So, yeah. So then I want to do that. Is that actually in my one on here? It is not, but I'm at 7 right now, and then if I do, oh boy, if I do healing word, that is 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier, so that is 1d4 plus 5 right now. So
This party has so much healing. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just getting ready to sprint and do a cure wounds on him, but now I'll save that because he has real hit points and fake hit points.
yeah,
We've got at least 3 turns before I have to use my other spell.
Yeah, so I'm rolling right now for the healing word, which is 6. What is
Don't worry
that?
about that roll.
Don't
Okay.
worry about that, roll. I'm sure it's unimportant.
Okay, so 6 points. So now I'm at 13, and then I roll the Channel Divinity at the end of my turn. That is 1d6 plus 2. So
Now
1d6.
roll your d6 plus 2, and that's how many temporary hit points you get at the end of the turn.
Yep.
So you would get 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. So, is there anything else you're doing?
No.
All right. Tree's turn.
Tree
Still a
turn.
little. Tree's still a little mad at you, Rochi. I mean, you dimming up the area didn't do anything for it because it sees anyway. But not having eyeballs means it doesn't really use vision to see people.
Yeah. I was just trying to give a bonus.
Does a
to my
21 hit?
Yes, it goes through my AC. 3d6.
13 points of damage.
Yeah, I mean that's from 18 down 13, so I have 5 left right now.
So you're bloody plus. Got it.
Yeah.
And that's the tree's turn.
Okay. I guess we don't have a couple rounds before I need to cast healing spells. All right.
Excellent. Keep it distracted.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh.
And now it's the twig blight that's next to Rochi. Going to attack Rochi. Because once
No!
again, these things don't know any better. They
Off my
just attack.
turtle.
I should have just gone into my freaking
They're
shell.
definitely trying to off the turtle.
They really are. 18.
Does not hit.
Yay! Now, if they were really smart, you would take a disengaged action and move the other side of you so that, they start getting advantage. Thankfully, they're not that smart.
Oh.
They, in fact, have less than Venolath's, intelligence.
That's pretty low.
That's nearly impossible.
Yeah, they in fact have a 4. They are not that smart. The Van's a 7, correct? Am I misremembering?
yes.
this?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's almost twice as smart.
All right, so
I-
Nathan is the closest target now to the needle blade. So
Yeah, the needle bite can do needle bite things. I'm going to have to do something heroic in a second, and I'm not a fan of it. That's a
does
miss.
a 12 hit.
Not
Nope.
even close.
Awesome. So the needle blight is done, and the twig blight that was last is dead. So it's back up to Phoebia. Phoebia now has a tree thing in front of her, and she's gonna do weird stuff like headbutting.
Well, whatever she did, she did it
And-
well.
She smashed it to pieces with the horns on her head. Not even going to bother to roll damage. And Rochi got a heal.
Rochi just healed 20 points.
And this is where, and this, my friends, is why having the
Chat is the fifth man in the team.
hey sixth in this case. I mean, you're using the person you tried to sell to the lich. She's still trying to help.
I mean, negotiations.
All right, and it is Badger's turn.
All right.
So what's
Badger,
up-
seeing that all other threats are removed.
Yeah, there's still the only threats that are left are the needle blight, the twig blight, and the trip.
Badger is going to.
Thank you, Thomas, for that heal. I will happily go into my shell and let this thing pound on me while you guys are doing whatever outside of it.
He will move up to here and he will target the needle blight and make it go away.
Okay. Close to you.
35 feet. Rolls a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then adding in the 2d6 for the sneak attack. So like rolling all my dice at the same time. 16. And then
now it's Nathan's turn.
before that, Rochi will not Rochi. Because of Rochi, Badger will get 6 temporary hit points.
Yep.
And now I will step forward a couple feet to get into the zone of temporary hit points and take a shot at the back of the currently engaged twig bite.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if that gives me.
It doesn't give advantage.
Yeah.
Not at range. So that you're aware, buddy, on how that works, you essentially reduce your movement to 0. You become prone. You gain +4 to your AC and have advantage on strength and con save.
I've played a Turtle Monk before.
Nice.
Gotcha. I just
Strength.
went over it just in case.
I hit with a 15 and do 6 points of damage. And then get 3 temporary hit points.
You're adding in the +2, correct?
Never played before, so
For what?
He does a d6 +2 for the temporary hit points.
Oh, I am not. Okay, I will add that to both totals then.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look the first time you rolled. I just saw.
Nope.
I just saw it. This
I was just happy to have temporary hit points.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 8 it is for Badger. Okay. So that is our actions.
So, next is Gray. What is Gray doing? I forgot to say this, but the tree is bloodied.
Yay, bloody tree. The tree is sappy.
It is all sappy. It's weeping all over you like a willow. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go in the corner now.
All right. It's all right, Rochi. Stay in the fight. I got you. You won't go down, I promise.
I got this.
Okay.
Good.
Throw a cure wounds on.
Promised, like you promised to sell me to the lich.
Negotiations.
I don't call that negotiations.
So I heal Roshi for 9 points.
I didn't need any.
He's not currently
he-
injured.
You got healed by chat, so you can take that.
I missed
back.
that. Okay.
That's okay.
You absolutely can take that back.
That was stealth healing.
Gotcha. Alright, well then, I would cast Shield of Faith on him instead, which grants a +2 bonus to AC for duration. And if I'm reading it right, that's concentration based.
Concentration and last 10 minutes. Yep, that's a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, okay. I saw one action. I'm too close to use a crossbow because I'm point blank, right?
Yeah, you're too close to use a crossbow, so you would
All right.
either need to switch over to a melee weapon or disengage and get the range.
Yeah, I ready the mace.
All right, you dropping the crossbow, or are you just holding it in one hand?
Just gonna ditch it. Next round I grab my shield.
Okay, so yeah, you can pull the drop of the crossbow and pull the mace out, and you will still have a action to you.
Alright, might as well use it then.
Do it.
I keep closing my damn character sheet.
Good news is it opens up again.
Oh,
Oh,
you fumbled it as you pulled it out. It didn't work, but that's okay.
That's all right. We got this. We totally got this.
Next is Lerochi.
And now I get a D6, right?
D6 plus
Alright.
2.
so I want to swing the axe.
Yes,
right.
you do.
So just use your warhammer. For all intents and purposes, it's the same.
Okay.
For your bonuses to hit.
Okay, and do attack.
No.
You swing the axe. It strikes against the excuse me. It strikes against the tree, and the haft of the axe snaps. The head's embedded right back where it was, but it didn't actually do anything. But the actual handle broke off.
Oh no! Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
It is the natural number, cardinal number.
And
Why is Google doing that?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
Google, shut up. And after Rochi is the Twee. And the Twee is absolutely fixated on the turtle that just tried to smack it with the axe that it knows hurt it once already. I'm not going to bother to ask him, just rolling damage.
Oh, hold on. What was it?
It was enough.
23.
Oh,
And you took 16 points of damage.
I am down on the ground.
That's fine. You'll be back up in a second.
Okay, even with a +2 to his AC?
His AC is a 19, so I brought it up to a 21, and he rolled a 23.
Oh, okay. I thought that said 20. I can't see at this point.
That's okay.
Hold on,
It's
hold on.
okay.
I'm not down
Because of your
because
temporary hit points.
my temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yay, you're just bloodied.
Hold on here. So I have 7 temporary hit points, or 7 points now.
Right, because you would have gotten another set at the end of the turn.
Exactly. So I'm
All
not
right.
down.
So you're just definitely bloodied and very, very upset right now.
Nice. Who gets the bullseye, Thomas?
All right. So next is Phoebia. What?
What's Phoebe doing?
I was actually double checking what she was about to do. She's just going to throw some fire at him.
Okay, yeah.
Yow. And it hurts a lot. Lots and lots of hurt.
I'm okay with that.
Rochi, take 20 points of healing.
That's
He's
your
like,
turn.
wait, what? What? From where? From Chet.
You're just seeing the.
This beam of light just keeps coming down, striking the turtle in the back.
Is Thomas my deity? Do I need,
Thomas
like-
is your pocket healer. That's what he is. I'm just at this point. I want to see a little picture of Thomas sitting on Rochi's shell behind him. Rochi will never be able to actually see him, but he's there all the time, just healing him.
Okay, so since the next one up is Badger, where does Badger have to move to guarantee that he can use his sneak attack on the engaged tree? Just behind its field of view, or
if Badger moves to here, he would have sneak attack with his rapier against it.
no? You know what he's going to do? This is what he's going to do. Put him back where he was for a second. As a bonus action, he's turning invisible. And then just moving behind the tree. And then we'll sneak attack with the rapier using the critical attack bullseye card that Thomas just played. So it's a guaranteed crit.
All right, just roll for me so that you can actually do the proper damage. And when you hit the crit button, just make sure you add the 2d6 to it so it rolls everything together.
Yep.
This crowd engagement can get dirty.
Right?
Unless
It's okay,
you do
Daddy's here.
All right, and then do your damage with the crit.
26 points of damage.
How does Badger kill a tree?
Yeah!
Damn.
Ace's most successful night ever, and he wasn't here.
We get to tell him all about it next week.
No, right? Right.
Okay, and with all that hoo-ha done, I run up and, hey, Rochi, Healing Arts, how much body are you down?
God.
Doesn't matter. Have a spider, and I pull out one of my mechanical spiders, and it crawls like up his chest, and then goes with the two prongs, and heals him for a D8 plus 2.
Do you want me to roll it, or do you need to roll it?
Yeah. 9 points of spidery healing, and then it like crawls back down his body and up into my bag. So now everyone knows who spent way too much on stream loot cards. No, everyone knows who spent just enough.
So, I'm definitely not hurt right now. I already. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll drop the aura, the Twilight
Alrighty.
or Twilight Sanctuary. Yeah. So
So now that that's over, what was this about trying to sell me?
Seeds. This is
I just
about
wanted-
seeds. Give me a seed.
I'll search the big tree for a seed.
Everybody, give me a perception check.
Oh, if we can't find one after this, I am going to be so annoyed.
There's your dirty 20.
Nice. Dirty 20s. Dirty 20s are the best.
And roll one for Badger.
Oh, right. I mean, I
yeah.
just figured he was done doing all of his stuff since he murdered everything.
No. Oh yeah, dirty 20. That's what you got. And a natural 20.
Natty 20.
So you guys are digging around through the dirt, looking through it, just pushing leaves all over the place, not finding anything. And then Badger manages to pull one out of the ground.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Badger finds one seed that looks like it's still healthy and can be brought back to Dalton.
Good, because that's all we needed. So now we're going to find a door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get there first. We're 4 hours away from a door right now, guys.
Oh,
You are 4 hours away from a door.
and
You
not
have
necessarily.
potentially-
We're surrounded by trees. Does anyone skilled in carpentry?
No.
Okay, then we're 4 hours away from a door.
All right. So as you guys were searching around, rummaging through the dirt, you also find a ting.
A ting.
Yes, you find a ting. While you were searching through, you, in fact, by this I mean Rochi, in fact, is moving the dirt around in his most like kind of way.
I'm finding this eerily
Sees a strap
uncomfortable.
in the ground.
A strap.
A strap in the ground.
Okay. I tug at it.
As Rochi pulls it up, Rochi has found Ewer's handy haversack.
Ooh.
You can thank Thomas for that. 'Cause that was
Handy.
that was your random item for the day. I'm gonna get rid of the tree so I can actually give it to you because I can't click your character when he's under the tree.
I mean, that's true, actually.
You guys can stand there with no problems because he's huge, so he's 2 sizes bigger than you. But
Can I actually carry that
Yes,
on my?
It's a
with
backpack. Yeah.
it's a magical backpack that works just like a bag of holding with some extras. And I have
Yeah,
no
it-
idea
It's
why
created
you're-
by a bag of holding a portable hull or other similar items instantly destroys. Oh god.
Oh, I'm putting it in the wrong tree. That's why I'm not seeing it pop up. There we go. So now you guys have a haversack.
Okay.
Yay.
This thing looks like it's been there a while because it was pretty far into the ground and you're pretty sure it got dug up when you guys were moving around and scuffling and maybe when the tree ripped its roots up.
I mean, that's reasonable.
And that's Heward's handy haversack.
Correct.
Yes. It's in your inventory under equipment if you want to look at it.
Oh, you already added it?
I added it to your character already because you were the one rolled high enough to find it outside of Badger, but Badger gets the honors of finding the seed.
Cool. I'm okay.
Okay.
It's an accessory. I'll be happy to add that.
You're definitely a man who appreciates good accessories.
Right?
Okay. So, back to town, find the door.
Yes. I mean, it's the only way we're gonna get out of this form. I can get my wings back. Hold on, where did
Phoebe is not there.
Phoebe left?
Yeah, Phoebe walked away.
Well, that's fine.
Do we know how to get back, guys?
I mean, mostly it's that way.
But I thought we came from that way.
All right. Well, we know what direction we showed up facing the tree. We're just going to walk in the other direction until we find a road. And then when we find the road, we turn right, and that will head us in the direction of the town. And if we walk for 3 days, then we missed it, but we'll find a door somewhere eventually. The important thing is we have the seed.
Agreed. Let's go.
And you guys turn around and start walking into the distance.
Yay!
It is 11 o'clock, and I think this is a good stopping point.
I completely 1000% agree.
I am going to say that this was supposed to be 2 back-to-back combats that were supposed to be hard. It did not seem that way.
They felt hard.
I don't know. If it wasn't for chat, I would be dead.
Probably twice.
Probably.
Yeah. If it wasn't for
Yeah.
a new deity,
Yeah.
you know.
All right. So wait, where's Rochi? He's a Twilight cleric with a deity of Thomas. Got it.
Yes.
Wow. I only discovered this purely through play, so it works out.
Yep. Okay, everybody. I mean, I know there's like not a lot of people here, especially with the rampant disconnects, but everybody in chat, give us either a Gray/Gray, a Pet Rock/Ace, a Nathan/Deuce, or a Rochi/Eldestyr for who gets the free fate point tonight. To be fair, Pet Rock did most of the damage.
I mean, and he's not gonna.
Hey, buddy, you might want to check your character and check his features.
Who got featured? Eldestyr for tanking like a boss. I agree. One for Rochi.
I could have, changed the beginning of that. I would.
In there.
Look under your class levels, and look at below cleric. You are from the domain of Thomas's 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Thomas's 2 is officially a Twilight Domain deity.
Nice. I believe it.
He is a domain of healing.
All right, so that's going to be 1 fate point for Rochi. Rock boy. And I think that's where we're going to call it. Morden, thank you so much for running an awesome game tonight.
Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yes, I would call him the Rock Father. Because with the way he was hitting, he definitely wasn't Rock Boy.
Did Eldest and Gray, did you guys have fun tonight?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fun.
Awesome. I had fun tonight. Hopefully, chat, you had fun tonight. Thomas, did you have fun tonight? Because I think you won that fight more than anybody.
Oh,
That fight was supposed to go for probably another like 5 or 6 more turns and probably have
Glad
a
it
couple of
didn't.
people down. That was supposed to be a very nasty fight.
Sierra 21.
It was still scary.
Yeah, it was. 100%.
By the way, the experience that I told you was not including the CR21, and it was not really that far off of the total.
Nice.
Oh, damn. Okay, then.
So what you're saying is we're all level 3?
You guys are
Maybe level
absolutely
4?
level 3. You guys are absolutely level 3.
Yay!
Sweet.
Cool.
I mean, they were all there was a CR2 and a bunch of quarters and halves.
Awesome. All right. Well, with that, I think we are going to be getting out of here. I want to thank everybody that stuck around through all of the 847 trillion disconnects tonight. Thank you very much for watching the show. For everybody that didn't stick around, you're not hearing this, but thank you for trying anyway, and you will be able to get all of this back on the stream, back on the YouTube once this video is edited and put up. So thank you all very much for being here. Have a great night. We outie, and I'll catch you all again very, very soon.